Hello. Okay, let me get Jake on. Okay, Jake should be on with us now.
Buenos días.
Are we good, Dar?
Hello.
Okay, we're going live, what, in about 3 minutes? 3:50? You want to just count us down in the air when it gets close, or what? Okay, that way we're not looking back and forth and wondering when the hell. So we're going to go mute right now, but we can still hear you. All right, bye.
First call, JV Division 4 by 100-meter relay. Just a reminder that we will be starting the national anthem at about 2 minutes before 4 o'clock. Meet officials for today's track meet. Meet director is Roy Garza. Games committee consists of the athletic coordinators. The meet referee is Tony Bevel. Starter is Benny Martinez. Assistant starter, David Vasquez. Clerk of course, Tencho Lancaster. Finish judge, Rick Badillo. Hurdle engineers, Edward North High School. Start block setters, Westwood High.
Welcome, everyone, to K-West And tonight's District 31 6A track and field meet at Bobby Lackey Stadium in Weslaco, Texas. With the K-West crew, this is John Boswell alongside 956 Sports' Jake Berry. Awesome, Jake, to have you here with me tonight, and it's an honor to be in the booth with you.
Oh, thank you. It's an honor to be here with you and in the booth. And, we're looking right now out at the stadium, right before the field, right before the track events. And it's going to be interesting to see, which teams come out of this in first place because, we've got two Weslaco teams that are pretty much,
prohibitive favorites?
Yeah, I would say prohibitive favorites.
Okay. Just a little history on this district championship. This track meet was scheduled in the fall to take place at the PSJ Stadium. Very nice stadium, but I understand there's some construction going on at that stadium.
Yeah.
So Edinburgh stepped up and said, you know what, guys, we'll take the meet. And then Weather said to Edinburgh, no, you're not.
It turned into a swampland, yeah.
You're not taking the meet. And, of course, WISD, Weslaco Independent School District, Bobby Lackey Stadium, all the people involved in track said, if you're going to put a track meet somewhere, where are you going to put it? You're going to put it at Bobby Lackey Stadium. So here we are for the District 31 6A. In tonight's championship, there will be 4 divisions. And when I say 4 divisions, I'm talking about JV girls, JV boys, varsity girls, varsity boys from Edinburgh, Edinburgh North, Edinburgh Economides, PSJ North, PSJ Memorial, Weslaco, and Weslaco East. That is District 31 6A. And we won't talk about it a lot, Jake, but every race, every event participated in today will be a new 31 6A record. Why?
Because this is the first time we've had a 6A in the entire state. This is a brand. Every 6A district is brand new to the state.
Yes, never happened before.
And so the records are brand new.
The records will stand for at least a year.
Yeah, at least one.
They'll stand for at least a year. Some of them will be broken in 1 year. But along with Jake and I tonight, up in the booth running the show, we have Julian Olivares and with Darlene Gracia running graphics and the audio. Mario Palacios running the replay cameras. Val Zamora is on the finish line. Don Ramirez is on the straightaway, and Rafael Cavazos is upstairs. And we want to thank Dr. Ruben Alejandro, Superintendent of Schools at Weslaco ISD, and Athletic Director Oscar Riojas for making this all possible. You're going to have workers from all the schools in the district, so this is not put on solely by Weslaco. As Mid-Valley Invitational, all the workers are from Weslaco. Meet the Champs, the workers are valley-wide. But the workers, well, Jake, what'd you run yesterday?
I was working the long jump pit for both boys and girls, JV and varsity. And that was pretty interesting because you got to see some of our Valley athletes like Lupe Moron, Angie Villarreal, compete in the long jump. And interesting, though, at Weslaco, one of your locals actually took the long jump.
Right. And Jake and I were just speaking about this. The quarterback for PSJ Memorial, you picture quarterback, you picture a certain person, a certain body type. Well, he won the discus yesterday.
Yeah, Mike Gonzalez, the brother of Louis Gonzalez.
Right, but he's not the traditional quarterback. He's a very athletic big kid. Let's put it that way.
He's husky.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay. We can say husky. I think,
yeah.
It's the clothing.
He's Ben Roethlisberger at the high school level.
Yeah, and he's different. His brother was actually about 6'3", very lean, and he is. He's got some meat on his bones.
Right, but very impressive to go out there to place in the shot put and to win the discus with a throw in the 161 feet range. I mean, very good throw. And Thursday, he's going to get the throw again right here at Bobby Lackey Stadium in the area track meet.
Yeah, and you've seen him pitch, too. So,
yes.
You've had a chance to see him pitch as well for PSJ
that's
Memorial.
A big athletic kid. Last night at East, I got to call a baseball game, and big Sergio Morales, all 6'3", 300-plus pounds of him on the mound, I believe took second in the powerlifting meet in the heavyweight division out there on the mound pitching yesterday. So it's good to see people of all shapes, sizes out here at Bobby Lackey Stadium. Now, the 3,200 meter run in all divisions took place on Thursday. So that event will not take place today. But all the other track meet events will take place today, and it will begin in about 8 or 10 minutes with the JV girls 400-meter relay. And once again, we'll have 4 races of each event. 2 JV races, 2 varsity races in each event. So that allows the athletes that are doing more than one event or may turn around from the 400 and have to run the 200, something like that, some rest time. The only time that the girls will not follow the boys, or vice versa, will be in the hurdles, and it'll be girls, girls, boys, boys. But other than that, it'll be JV, JV, varsity, varsity. And prohibitive favorites, as Jake said, in the girls' division coming out of the field events, the leader is Wesco High pretty comfortably, and they are outstanding on the track. So they're the prohibitive favorites. But coming out of the field events in the boys' division, the leader is also Wesco High. Wesco East is currently in 3rd place, and I believe PSG North is in 2nd. But Wesco East makes their living on the track, so it'll be interesting to see.
Speaking of that, we see it right here on the
there's the relay team right there. There's Lupe Moron. There's Juan Badillo. There's one of the Cuates. I believe that's Angel Flores, and that's Jesus Espinoza, along with the JV guys standing there. The JV relay team, that's Denzel Castro at the table. They're having to turn in relay cards, and for today's relay, you can enter 6 names. 4 of them will run in the race.
Yeah, and as you can see, that's going to be the JV squad for the Edinburgh Bobcats right there. So they're just about ready to run.
Yeah, they're getting set. Like I said, it will be now as we watch today's track meet. The heat leader in every event is going to be in lane 4.
Yeah.
So as you hear us talk about lane assignments, when we hit lane 4, as in this first race is going to be the JV girls 400-meter relay, lane 4 is Wesco East, which means coming into the event, they had the fastest qualifying time or the fastest time submitted by the coaching staff. So just keep that in mind. So as you watch them come around the curve or whatever, you're going to hear us talk about it out in front, and many times it's going to be lane 4. Not all the time. Some people know how to run to qualify, Jake.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, just run just fast enough to get in, and then I'll burn it up in the finals.
Yeah, and you don't want to show the other teams how fast you are right away, anyways, because a lot of the time, you're going to let the cat out of the bag.
Right, and also Thursday could, it kind of turned into a long day if you say long jumped and then had to come run the 100 and then come run the 200. You may have been running out of steam by the 200. And just let's make sure I don't pull anything and make sure that I qualify. So you're seeing right now a bunch of young ladies at the table. Again, they're checking in. All timing in this track meet is done electronically. So almost immediately we will have results of the events and the time of the events. And they will come up on the big screen on the scoreboard, and we'll have them in hand to be able to read them to you. The top 4 finishers, Jake, are eligible to run Thursday in the area track meet. So if you're a track fan and you are not here, but you're going to be in Wesco on Thursday, this coming Thursday, show up here at Bobby Lackey Stadium for the area track meet.
And that's where we're going to see the fastest of the fastest.
It's the meet of champs in a way.
Yeah.
Because I say that because the Meet of Champs had a lot of athletes in Austin that week.
Yeah, they do, and we've got a number of girls that have signed Division I scholarships.
So now
Welcome to
Saturday
Juan-Alamo
afternoon.
Stadium here in Westland,
It's
Hawaii.
about 81 degrees in Weslaco, Texas for the District 31 6A Track and Field Championships. Our first event, Jake, is going to be the girls 4x100 meter relay. PSJ Memorial is in lane 1. Economides is in lane 2. Edinburgh is in lane 3. Lane 4, Wesco East. Lane 5, Weslaco. Lane 6, Edinburgh North. Lane 7, PSJ North.
Some notable names in this list are Jasmine Eunice from Weslaco. She played basketball for the
Absolutely.
Panthers, for the Lady Panthers, and she was one of their studs this year. I know that because we coached against them, and they beat us up pretty well. Natalie Roxburgh is actually a starter on the basketball team for the Bobcats, and she's a post, but she's actually one of the faster girls on the team, which is weird to see a post be that fast.
It's like the quarterback winning the discus.
Yes,
I mean, it's there was a girl at East a few years ago named Darcy Cuellar. I don't know. There was many girls in the Valley faster than Darcy, but this will be interesting. At the end of the night, we're going to have a JV girls district champion, a JV boys district champion, varsity girls district champion, varsity boys district champion, and a bunch of individual award winners. And again, we're live on the web on K-West and on Jake Berry's 956 Sports. Again, an honor. Great job 956 has done for the Valley athletes. When I can't find a score, Jake, I go to 956.
I appreciate it. You know, we do have the forums too, but that's more where you see the smack talk. But we've been trying to do more news on the main site. But you know, it's great to do these games because of all the great athletes, all the future athletes with the JV. You get to see them tonight.
Now, you'll see a time on your screen, guys. That is not official. But if you'll watch that time as your favorite team crosses the finish line, you get an idea. But within minutes, we will have the official times. But that time is not official. We'll start on the gun, though.
Exchange zone. Umpires, are you ready?
So they're checking with the curve judges. I understand that they have changed the name to exchange zone umpire. You know, it's like a domestic goddess is a housewife. You know, they kind of mean the same thing, but it's a new word.
Yeah, a lot different this year. We weren't allowed to say, because I worked the long jump pit, we weren't allowed to say scratch or mark. This year you had to hold a flag
The red
up.
flag or the white flag, right?
Yeah, so you had to do it that way, which was different than previous years.
I'm sure that's an international thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've seen that at the Olympics or at the NCAA level because it doesn't take long for people to copy. The gun's up for the girls 400-meter relay JV division. That's 4 girls running 100 meters. Right there behind the starter, Jake, was new PSJ Memorial football coach and former Mercedes football coach,
Mike Uribe.
Mike Uribe. Looks weird and green. I'm used to seeing him in an orange.
Yeah, well, you know, he wasn't in it last year, too. He was the defensive coordinator for Nicky
Oh,
Rowe
Weslaco
also.
ran off and left a handoff there, Jake, a little bit.
Jasmine Neese right there with the baton, and she looks like she's catching up.
Let's see if there's a red flag. I don't see one. It looks like that may be East. Daisy Galvan getting the baton and running fourth for Weslaco is supposed to be Chantel Barrera.
And that's Natalie Roxburgh. She'll be handing it off right there on the anchor.
And that's little Desiree Casares, the wrestler. The regional qualifying wrestler at 95 pounds for East. And shot out of the cannon again is Chantel Barrera from Weslaco High. And real quickly, we will have the result of that race and the official times.
It looked like it went east, Weslaco, and then Edinburgh, and I'm not sure about fourth right now.
Well, I'm pretty sure Mario upstairs on the replay. Here it comes. Pretty clean handoffs by all 3 teams, Edinburgh High School, Weslaco, and Wesco East.
And we just got word that the race was clean, so
Okay, looks like it's going to be Wesco East, Wesco High, Edinburgh. That's the JV division, girls 400 meter relay. And coming up next, very quickly, will be the boys JV division. Lane 1 will have Edinburgh North, and Lane 2, PSJ in North. Lane 3, Weslaco, featuring Desi Rodriguez. Name familiar, Jake?
Yes.
Quarterback, isn't it?
Yes.
Lane 4, PSJ Memorial. Lane 5, Wesco East. Lane 6, Edinburgh. And in Lane 7, Economides. So the heat leader will be in Lane 4, PSJ Memorial, with the fastest reported time coming into the meet, I would imagine. Therefore, they're in Lane 4.
Change zone number 1, which consists of track tires 1 and 2. Are you ready?
Not sure how you run. Some of them have longer shorts on, and at least when I was in high school, you had what Westlake East has on, which were shorter shorts. It just made it a little bit easier to run.
Michael Jordan is just a great athlete, and I think in a lot of ways someone you want to look up to. But what he did to shorts, there's good and bad to it. I mean, it got out of hand at one point where shorts were like below the knee. I mean, and they're kind of coming back a little bit, but I don't think we'll ever go back to John Stockton, though, will we?
No. Hopefully not. We don't need the short shorts,
right?
But no, what and what you're going to see in this is there's some notable names here. There's some of the boys that I get to see across, at least that I'm familiar with, are Christian Roxburgh.
Right.
His sister just actually ran in the last one. I actually know their family fairly well. I coached Natalie Roxburgh, who just ran. He's one of the linebackers for Edinburgh. He's only a junior, so. He's a hard hitter. They're a very young team, so we'll see how they do next year. But he's going to be one of those guys you hear next year.
And we had a name, very prominent here. Desi Rodriguez is scheduled to run the first leg for Weslaco. He was the man under center this year for the Panthers. So the result of the JV girls division we got right here. In 6th place, PSJ Memorial. 5th place, Edinburgh North. That's a clean start. In 4th place, PSJ North. 3rd place was Edinburgh, as you called it. 2nd place, Weslaco. And the winner with a time of 53:53, Weslaco East. So we're in the JV boys division.
And that outside lane is...
That's deceptive, though, with the stagger. You got to watch the handoff. Who gets the handoff first? And I'm going to say it may be Wesco East right there in the middle of the track.
They're closing that gap. And Wesco
in fact, Wesco may have a slight lead right now, and they got the handoff first.
Economides is coming up on the outside.
Right.
And Wesco East is in the middle.
So it's going to be
3.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Wesco, Economides, and Wesco East in the JV boys division.
Wesco High followed by Economides running 1 and 2.
So currently in the girls' standings in the JV division, Edinburgh is ahead with 56 points, Jake. But 2nd place in the JV girls division, PSJ North with 55, and Wesco East has 47. So there's kind of 3 teams. And if you want to go, Weslaco has 44, and Economy 33. So within about 10 points, we have almost the complete girls' JV division. So here comes the Weslaco JV boys, followed by Economides and Wesco East. That looks like the top 3 finishers in the JV division. And again, as quickly as we get the results, we'll let you know. But up, it'll be the varsity girls division, Jake. Now we're running for the money.
Yeah, and some of the noticeable names in here, Desiree Marmolejo. She's one of the best pitchers for girls softball in the Valley. She plays volleyball as well. But she'll be running 2nd for Edinburgh. Angie Villarreal from Weslaco. I mean, she's running 3 for
Enough
Weslaco.
said, right?
She's going to UTPA.
I thought she was the anchor, but we'll see what order she runs in.
And it'll be interesting because she's quick. She's quick. We'll see how quick works with fast here because you've got to be able to catch that baton and take off and hold that top
some
speed.
other notable names. You got Danielle Burgett.
Yes.
And running for Weslaco East. Lane assignments are Economides in 1, Edinburgh North in 2, Edinburgh in 3, Wesco fastest time in 4, Wesco East in 5, PSG Memorial in 6, and PSG North in lane 7. And those are the lane assignments for the varsity girls division, the 400-meter relay. You know, so much can happen in this relay. The relay where you're most likely to drop a baton or be out of a zone. You're a little more conservative in the 4x2 and way more conservative in the 4x4. You know, the really good teams, it comes down to handoffs.
And you can't afford it. I mean, you cannot afford to have a mishandle at this point because, you know, it's all built on speed. You've got to be able to catch or hold on to the baton and go.
And it's a 20-point swing from first place to no place, say, if you drop the baton. So score-wise and a lot of reasons. So we're about ready to start the girls 400-meter relay, varsity division. Again, this is KWIS and 956 Sports at the District 31-6A Track and Field Championships. Jake Berry, John Boswell, and the whole KWIS crew. It's like we have a clean start, Jake, in the girls 400-meter relay. Of course, looks like Wesco East has caught one stagger. First handoff, Westlaco. It's like a 3-team race right there, Jake.
Yeah,
East, Wesco High, and PSG Memorial, I believe, pretty dead. Yes, there's Angie Villarreal going, oh, handoff, we just talked about it.
And, yeah, she's showing speed and acceleration there.
What a curve. She ran quite a curve there. She can be conservative here, giving the baton clean. Okay. And you know what? It really came down to the handoff.
The question is who's going to be second? And it looks like it's going to be Wesco East.
And it looks like it was Wesco East, I believe. We'll see it on the replay in just a second. But it was neck and neck, Jake, over at the exchange into the curve. And East had a little shaky exchange, and Angela's exchange was outstanding. Look the way she's running the inside half the lane so that she can hand off with her teammate on the outside half the lane.
And she even slowed down. She was going so fast.
Well, that's beautiful, though.
Yeah.
That's the way you run it. You know what I mean? So right now we have the result of the boys JV division 400-meter relay. In sixth place, we had PSJA Memorial. Again, there's Westlaco on the girls, followed by Wesco East, and I believe PSJA Memorial or Edinburgh. Maybe Edinburgh. Results in just a second. And the JV boys in fifth place was Edinburgh. And fourth place, PSG North. And third place, Wesco East. Second place, Economides. And the winner of the JV boys division with a time of 44.46 seconds was Westlaco, JV boys division winner. Here come the varsity boys, Jake. This will be the fastest race of the day. In lane 1 will be PSG Memorial. Lane 2, Edinburgh. Lane 3, Economides. Lane 4, East with the fastest qualifying time. Lane 5, Westlaco. So within this race, you've got Eric Gonzalez from Westlaco, and you've got Lupe Marone from Wesco East, both listed as the anchor. Lane 6, PSG North. And in lane 7, Edinburgh North.
And if you don't know who Lupe Moron is, you've been under a rock all year because you don't get one. He's one of the best athletes that we would have seen in probably about at least since Mishak Rivas.
Yeah, and you know what? Eric is a pretty good running back in his own.
Very much so.
You know, in any given year when you didn't have Lupe Marone across town, Mid-Valley's best running back would by far would be probably Eric Gonzalez. But there's no shame. I'm going to tell you, they're both quality kids and both quality athletes. So here we come on the boys, 400-meter relay. We'll get the result of the varsity girls division in just a moment. Gun is up. The little pole right there in front of the starter, Jake, has a microphone on it, and it picks up the sound of the gun and starts everything electronically. So if people are wondering, what's that stick in front? That's it. Looks clean. Economides actually is running real well right now. Good clean handoffs. Westlaco making a move in the middle of the track. Handoff again. Here comes East.
East has a great kick right there on the
That's
inside
one of the
lane.
cuates, Jake. That's Angel Flores handing off to Lupe Marone. Lupe Marone, Eric Gonzalez. Lupe Marone, Eric Gonzalez. And, you know, on paper, Jake, that's the way it's supposed to. You know, lane 4 has the fastest qualifying time. Lane 5 has the second fastest qualifying time. And that's the way they place. 1, 2, right there. Here we go back to the handoffs.
Red flag at the stage zone number 3.
Oh. We got it. Ooh. And that,
Red flag at the stage zone number 3, please.
and that would be...
Is it lane 3 they're standing in? Can you tell from here?
I cannot tell because she's walking back from the middle of the lanes. But
Well, as soon as we get information on that, that race is under question. Let's talk about the varsity girls. In 6th place in the girls' division 400-meter relay, Economides. 5th place, Edinburgh North. Now, reminding everyone that 4th place will run in the area meet. So in 4th place, PSJ Memorial. In 3rd place, Edinburgh. 2nd in the girls' 400-meter relay, Westco East. And the winners of the girls' 400-meter relay with a time of 48.84, Westlaco. Team standings, Westlaco girls have a comfortable lead with 95 points. 2nd place right now, PSJ North with 42. So Jake called them the prohibitive favorites earlier.
I don't know about prohibitive anymore.
Anymore?
They've got a stretchable lead right now.
Yes.
You know, they've got a place.
They've
with
doubled 2nd place right now.
Yeah.
So that can be hard to overtake, especially with the quality of kids that Coach Pablo Almaguer has on his track team. Yeah, there was no team champion, Jake, in the meet of champs, but if there was, Westlaco would have won the girls' division.
Hands down.
They won the Mid Valley. They won the Harlingen meet. I think they've won every meet they've run in. Of course, when you run field events as well as they do, and then you run as well as they do, they're a hard team to beat. We still haven't got any word on what happened in the boys 4x100 meter relay. As soon as we get that information, we'll give it to you. But they're saying someone had a problem with the exchange zones.
Yeah, and so we'll have to see if somebody went out of their lane, if they passed the baton
Late.
outside of the
Yes.
lane, outside of the zone.
Left their lane during the exchange or interfered in some way. Our next race,
Oh, here we are.
yeah, but this isn't the handoff where we have the baton, the flag. We have the flag, the handoff before this one.
Yeah, and that's in the previous curve.
But there in the black is Lupe Marone, and the Westlaco man chasing him, that was Eric Gonzalez. Between those two guys, they rushed for well over 3,000 yards this year, which is pretty impressive. Our next event is going to be the girls' 800-meter run. And 800 meters is 2 laps. And there are many, many girls. There are 21 girls scheduled to run. As they get running, we will try to pick up the leaders. 21 names. I think they're going to start the race pretty quick. Let's go ahead and try it.
Okay,
Okay.
that sounds good.
Amanda Martinez from PSJ North. Kayla Huerta from Westco East. Amanda Martinez from Economides. Azenes Chavez from Edinburgh.
You can have that one.
Anzelady Jordan from Edinburgh North. Daniela Sepulveda from Memorial. Charlene Rawlings from Edinburgh. Catherine Pettis from Edinburgh North. Lindsay Guerra from PSJ North. Denise Acosta from PSJ Memorial. Leah Solis from Westlaco. Stephanie Martinez from Westco East. Tatiana Borrego from PSJ North. Giovanna Rahel from Edinburgh North. Shania Vasquez from Edinburgh. Joyce Alonzo from Westco East. Noeli Garza from PSJ Memorial. Celeste Vasquez from Weslaco, Ivana Cavazos from PSJ Memorial, Victoria Griffin from Weslaco, and Mariela Garza from Economides. Those are the 21 girls that are signed up to run 2 laps in the JV girls 800-meter run. I'm trying to look and see who has the fastest time. I see a 2:41. So it looks like there's a couple of girls that have run somewhere around 2:41. 2 minutes, 41 seconds. And once again, we had a discrepancy or a problem in the boys 400-meter relay.
On the third exchange zone.
On the third exchange, and we still haven't gotten any word or received any information on. We're going to be able to look at the paper and see who got disqualified. And here it comes. So we'll take a look before we read it to you. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like Economides was disqualified. So 6th place was PSJ North. 5th place was PSJ Memorial. This is in the boys 400-meter relay varsity division. Regional qualifier, Edinburgh High School in 4th place. The bronze medal, Edinburgh North. Silver medal goes to Westco High School. And the district champions in the boys 400-meter relay, Westco East. Their time was 43.09 seconds. Team standings, Weslaco currently in the lead with 82 points.
Commanding.
2nd place, Westco East with 58. Those are the teams leading the boys division of the varsity track meet. This is the JV girls 800-meter runs. Jake, they get to run that part of the race and then cut in.
Yeah, now they can cut in right now. We'll see who the rabbit is here.
Looks like a young lady from Weslaco. I see a number. Maybe I can give you a name. And then someone just went by her. You know, sometimes I wonder, Jake, if the coaches told the girls, I saw this in the prelims in a couple of races, did they tell them the 400s all the way around? Because they ran the 200 like they were running the 200 and then went, uh-oh, and have a hard time finishing the race. And sometimes in a race like the 800, you will see something like that happen. That looks like number 5, maybe? Or 15, I can't tell. That's number 5. That's Anzelani Jordan from Edinburgh North.
Yep.
Looks
she's
like
come out strong. She's come out strong. She's distanced herself right now from the pack. But
looks like number 16, Joyce Alonzo from Westco East is trying to close that ground. We're heading into the second lap, the bell lap, the gun lap, whichever you want to call it, in the JV girls 800-meter run.
And it's usually during the long stretch that you see.
Look at the gap she's opening, Jake.
She's creating quite a gap right now.
You know, when they get over on the football field side, we'll be able to tell you how far ahead she is. Because I can watch second place past the goal line, and she's on the 15.
Almost 15 yards away.
Yeah, she's 15 meters ahead right now. So the battle is for second and third.
You'll be able to tell right here if she stretched it out, and she almost has to 20.
Yeah, she's close to 20 now.
Looks like she might be hitting somewhat of a wall. But right now she's got a great lead, and she only has about
150 to go.
Yeah.
About 150 to go. And again, the battle is back here for second and third place. And I'm not positive of this fact, but both those runners may be from Westlaco East. There she is, number 5 again. Anzelani Jordan from Edinburgh North. That's number 16, Joyce Alonzo.
Number 2.
And number 2, Kayla Huerta, both from East in second and third place.
And the last girl is actually a girl who played basketball for me.
Daniela?
That's Shania Vasquez.
Oh, that's Shania. Okay.
So we'll see if she. It looks like she'll take 4th. So unless it's not a clean race, that should stand.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to do something wrong in the 800.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no baton. There's really no lanes after the cut-in. And then they got someone there, and they're worried about the camera. They can't cross the camera, and this girl collapsed. So they're not being mean and not worrying about her. They just don't want the camera to get crossed. Okay, there's a trainer in the picture now. So that was the JV girls division. Here we come down the finish line. This is one of my favorite angles here, Jake. When you kind of get to see everybody come, and then we look out the window as they go by us, and you get the distance. But there's first, second, and third in the JV girls division 800-meter run. Again, this is live on K-West. I know it will be replayed on K-West during the week, but it's also live on 956 Sports. And I honestly had someone ask me, Jake, not that long ago, I wonder why they called it 956 Sports.
Well, you know, interesting thing, I originally called it RGV-SN, RGV Sports Network, and another place decided to run with RGV Sports as a news site, which it was formerly a forum.
Yes.
And then I had to change it. So change it to make it different.
Okay, here come the JV Boys Division 800-meter runners. Basilio Bazan from Weslaco, Gustavo Garcia from PSG North, Brandon Pettis from Economides, Cruz Balandrano from Edinburgh, Rene Ortiz from Weslaco, Jaime Sainz from Economides, Juan Benrostro from Edinburgh North, George Molina from PSG Memorial, Nathan Torres from Edinburgh North, Oscar Anderverde from PSG Memorial, Michael Mendez from Weslaco, Rigo Gonzalez from Economides, Anthony Garza from PSG North, Raul Ariguin from PSG North, Jaime Rios from Wesco East, David Burciaga from Wesco East, Alan Tovar from PSG Memorial, Kobe Reyes from Edinburgh North, and Roger Acevedo from Wesco East. The 19 boys registered to run in the JV Boys Division 800. Once again, that's 2 laps around the track. It's one of those races that I never thought about running, I'll guarantee you.
No, this is the reason I jumped.
And the reason I threw. They couldn't even talk me into running the large athlete relays back in the day.
You don't want to call them the Fat Man Relays?
Well, no, because I never saw myself that way. All right, we have the JV girls results. 6th place would be Lindsay Guerra from PSG North. 5th place, Catherine Pettis from Edinburgh North. In 4th place, Shania Vasquez from Edinburgh. Silver medal goes to Kayla Huerta from Wesco East. Silver goes to Joyce Solanzo from Wesco East. And the winner of the JV Girls 800 with a time of 2:36:10, Anzalani Jordan from Edinburgh North. I want to take just a quick moment to apologize for my butchering of some names. Parents, if you're watching on the internet tonight, and I'm doing the best I can with what's printed in front of me, and know that it's done with greatest respect for the athletes. Doing the best I can with the names. Jake is helping me when he can, but neither one of us are actually from Texas. So
yeah, so I'm from all over, and
well, I am
Midwest,
too. I'm a Navy brat, and so lived in Utah and Colorado, and you didn't see some of these names. So we both apologize ahead of time. But let's go back to the JV boys, and he is cruising along.
Got those nice green shoes.
Can you tell where he's from?
Yeah, looks like
PSG
Edinburgh
Memorial.
North. Is it Edinburgh North or? Oh, PSG Memorial.
PSG Memorial. That's number 8. That's George Molina, comfortably out front. And then number 3, Brandon Pettis.
Yep.
And one of the Wesco East runners was there. So first, PSG.
Second, Economides.
East.
And Edinburgh
North. And the rest of the runners are finishing up. And that's the 800. I'm sure we'll see that.
There was a red flag there at the start.
Wow. There was a red at the start, and they waited two laps before they said anything. I thought they should have stopped it and restarted it, but we'll see what the red was about. But here we come at the end of the JV boys 800-meter run. It's a pretty impressive lead by George Molina.
Luera, Westlaco East.
He's running
Cell 99, PSG Memorial.
out on his own here
Alexis Medina, Edinburgh
as the
High.
winner of the JV Boys Division 800-meter run. Whoa! Somehow we jumped back into the JV Girls 400-meter relay.
Brianna Rios, Edinburgh
How?
North. Teresa Perez, PSG North.
Hey, it's live TV, guys. Here we go. The Varsity Girls Division, Jake, in the 800-meter run only has 13 competitors, so this will be easy.
Stephanie Martinez.
Alexandra Cruz from Edinburgh, Violet Torres from PSG Memorial, Stephanie Martinez from PSG Memorial, Jaren Pena from Westlaco, Emma Lee Garcia from Edinburgh North, Gloria Martinez, Westlaco, Lisa Palacios, PSG North, Teresa Perez from PSG North, Brianna Rios from Edinburgh North, Daisy Garcia, Edinburgh North, Alexis Medina, Edinburgh, Giselle Aguilar from PSG Memorial, and Katrina Luera from Wesco East. Scheduled to run the 800.
One of the girls that you'll probably see, at least on the Longhorn Network in the next couple of years, is Alex Cruz. She's got one of the she's I think one of the fastest times this year. She's and she's a mile, or she's more of a miler or 2 mile, but she's running the 800 meter today, and she's got the fastest time with 2 minutes and 14.20 seconds.
Yeah, that's
so,
impressive.
yeah.
She's 7 seconds ahead of second place.
Yeah, and she was being courted by a lot of schools across the entire country. Actually, was invited to the Nike. I can't remember what they call it, but it's basically a Nike Invitational up in Oregon.
Oh, yeah. That's where Nike started.
Yep.
Bill Braverton. And that's the start of the Varsity Girls 800-meter run. The young lady that Jake is talking about is out there in lane 8. You see her there all by herself, and once she crosses those cones, she's going to be able to cut in. You know, you may after 200 meters, it's in an 800. You don't usually say this, but she's already comfortably in the lead.
Yeah, and she's not tall. You know, usually you think a long distance runner, long legs. She's short, but she has a kick to her, and she's almost she treats every meet like a, you know,
The Olympics?
Yeah, I mean she does. You know,
Well, that's why she's good.
Yeah, and it's hard to beat her just for the sheer fact that she doesn't take a day off.
You know, there was a short-legged young lady that ran right here and then ended up at the University of Texas named Jenna Cuellar.
Yes.
Ran right here at Wesco High School. So there she is at the end of the first lap at about 1:04. We have the result of the JV Boys 800-meter run. 6th place, David Burciaga from Wesco East. 5th place, Alan Tovar from PSG Memorial. 4th place, Nathan Torres from Edinburgh North. 3rd place, Roger Acevedo from Wesco East. 2nd place, Brandon Perez from Economides. And the winner of the boys division, George Molina from PSG Memorial, with a time of 2 minutes, 1.66 seconds. And
She's got about 20 yards right now.
oh yeah, she's in her own race. And Jake, be honest, she won't be touched in the area either, will she?
No, but there is a girl from Edinburgh North. I have to remember her last name, but Beth. Alex was actually disqualified right before state because she impeded a runner, which was a shame because she didn't get to go to state. Beth Ramos. Yeah, so she actually was DQ'd, and which was a shame. But shortly after that, she got invited to the Nike Invitational, so it wasn't too big of a loss.
But she won't be touched.
No.
She's a shoe in the region.
Yeah, and so at least in the 800 meter right now, because I don't see Beth
Right.
Ramos in this. So
Right. Yeah. I was going to say there's nobody within 7 seconds in this race.
And this is a brutal race because you have to run it almost like a sprint because
Well, that changed in the late 70s, early 80s. It kind of went almost to a sprint. I know in the college level, in the boys division, they're breaking 150 in this race.
yeah,
A lot of runners are breaking 150. So, I mean, that's pretty crazy to me to run that. You're almost running a negative split there. And what I call a negative split is you're coming back the second lap faster than you ran the first lap. That's hard to do. But Alex Cruz here is cruising. And
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll get to see her again in the mile, Jake.
Yeah, and she's an incredible athlete. I get to see her almost every day. She comes in. She
the
she
part I
eats
like?
Right. She actually has a whole diet.
But you're describing a person who eats right, who works hard, who has no ego, who runs every race like it's her last. And as a coach and as a parent and as a fan, that's the kind of people. And she's the wrong size and the wrong height for the race. She's got no reason to be as good as she is other than she is chosen.
And you remember, there's, we've seen that before. Dat Wen, in football. You see these guys that aren't your prototypical football
I saw
players.
that when playing high school at Rockport.
Yeah.
He was more of a running back.
Yeah, and and he looked like more of a running back. Just because you're not 6 foot doesn't mean that you're not a killer athlete. You
Right.
know. And Alex is, Alex does everything right, and I think that that DQ earlier in the season actually solidified her desire to kind of come out here and
But but every silver cloud or whatever the thing, she ends up at Nike. That's all right. So up next, we're going to have the boys varsity division 800-meter run. There are 15 registered. Victor Munoz from PSG Memorial, Javen Cordova from Wesco East, Ryan Montero from Edinburgh North, Mike Lazo from Wesco East, J.R. Elvira from PSG North, Edgar Mayorga from PSG Memorial, Jose Bahina from Edinburgh Economides, Daniel Martinez from Westlaco, Jose Quintanilla from Edinburgh North, Leonel Rivas from Edinburgh North, Edward Rodriguez from Westlaco, Giovanni Vela from Westlaco, Damian Vela from PSG North, Luis Ramirez from Wesco East, and Damian Fuentes from PSG North are the runners, and the boys 800-meter run.
And Victor Munoz actually just signed with Kingsville. So
awesome!
So
I think I saw that on 956.
Yeah, we discovered his signing. So
I think I saw that on 956. You know anybody there?
Yeah.
Hey, you want to talk about the winners, the top 6 here in the girls 800-meter run?
Yeah, Alex. Well, top 6. Let's go with number 6. Is Edinburgh North's Emma Lee Garcia, PSG North's Lisa Palacios, PSG Memorial Stephanie Martinez, and
Stephanie will get to go to the area meet.
Yep. Westlaco's Jaron Pena, PSG Memorial's Violet Torres gets the silver, and Alexander Cruz from Edinburgh gets the gold.
Yeah, with 2:14:02, which is about what she's been running. But she, if she gets pushed, Jake, who knows where she can go? Nobody pushed her. She's running in a race all by herself. It's hard to go any faster sometimes when you're winning that easily.
Yeah.
Now, the fastest qualifier in the boys' race is Victor Munoz from PSG Memorial with 1:55. That's a pretty impressive run. And he is currently in the lead. Right off his shoulder is Javen Cordova. Now, Coach Tom Owens split Javen and Albert up. And Javen's running the half mile in the mile, and Albert's running the 2 mile in the mile. So he split those guys up a little bit. Looks like Javen taking the lead right here.
And that's what, the problem right there here is that, you just have a cluster of
people, yeah.
And it's so hard when you want to break out, you can't break out because there's somebody on the side of you. It becomes a cluster, and you really need to get out of it, and you'll see them stretch right now.
Yeah, and also you're thinking, as if you're Coach Tom Owens, you're thinking about team championship. And right now you have 3 of the top 4. And if you can go 1, 2, 3, that's 24 points in one event. And I know the other day, I believe it was the high jump, Westlaco went 1, 2, 3 in the boys division. But, you're thinking about taking home a team trophy in 6A. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and like we said before, these are all brand new records for 31
we're not gonna,
6A.
Yeah, we're not going to talk a whole lot about records today, folks, but 6A has never existed. And look at Javen looking up at the scoreboard. He doesn't have to look to see if someone's catching him because he can see it in the scoreboard. So we will get the results of that race in just a minute as they set the hurdles on the track for the girls' 100-meter hurdles.
I want to thank the hurdle engineers from Edinburgh North High School.
And here we come, Javen Cordova. Number 5 there is Renee. No, that's not correct. That's the JV division. My fault. Is J.R. Elvira from PSA North. It looks like your district champ in the 800 is going to be Javen Cordova. Javen's brother, pretty good football player at Wesco East. Played safety and is at Saul Ross playing football.
Oh, really?
Josh Cordova. So you have a power brother and a distance brother. It's kind of an unusual combination sometimes of people.
And, you know, I think if we're going to talk about brothers real quick, and we're talking about Wesco East, we've got some famous brothers that are actually going to be boxing soon in about less than a month.
Less than a month, about 3 weeks. And if you want to go one more, on June 6th in Brownsville, 2 more pretty famous Wesco East brothers are going to be fighting in the cage.
Oh, really?
Gilbert and Eli Urbina in Brownsville on June 6th. They are in Florida right now training. But the Figueroa brothers, who are Wesco East grads, Brandon making his debut, and the headliner, of course, his big brother, Omar Jr.,
and a very nice purse, might I add, for those fights. Now that he's broken the 6-figure.
And he is on the ground floor of Al Heyman's idea that we're going to take this back to free TV.
Yeah.
When you and I were growing up, we could see fights on free TV, but there's been years where you have not been able to see free fights on TV. And Al Heyman is bringing it back, and Omar is in the group of fighters who got in on the ground floor, as they say. So let's look at the boys' varsity division 800-meter results. 6th place, Daniel Martinez from Weslaco. 5th place, Luis Ramirez from Wesco East. 4th place, Edgar Mayorga from PSA Memorial. He will get to run at area. 3rd place, Mike Lazo, Wesco East. 2nd place, J.R. Elvira from PSJA North. And the winner and district champion in the boys' 800-meter run in the varsity division with a time of 1 minute 59.58 seconds from Wesco East, Javen Cordova. Now let's look at the team standings right now. First place, Wesco High School has 83 points, but following that race, Wesco East is now in 2nd place with a total of 76 points. Coming up on the track will be the JV girls 100-meter hurdles. That 10 hurdles set in 100 meters of area. Lane 2, Lauren Silva from Weslaco. Lane 3, Carla Murdo from PSA North. Lane 4, Vanessa Martinez from PSA Memorial. Lane 5, Corrigan Tobin from Weslaco. And Lane 6, Luisa Zarzoza from Economides. Those will be the girls running in the JV division 100-meter hurdles.
Area qualifier, 4th place, Edgar Mayorga, PSA Memorial.
So the team points in the boys division, Jake, just got real interesting after that.
Very.
Well, Wesco East scores 2 points for 5th place, 6 points for 3rd place, and 10 points for 1st place. So what they go, 18 points.
And they've closed the gap.
Yes, down to 6 points.
What we thought was a very controllable lead has now become very manageable for Wesco East. They're in striking distance.
And the number 1 hurdler in the boys division in prelims, J.R. Virial.
Really?
In both hurdles, high and intermediate. So they will come into this race with the prohibitive favorite in the race. And I believe freshman J.C. Vargas is also in the race. So it'll get interesting. Hey, hello, Josh Cordova, who we just mentioned, just texted me from Saul Ross. And he just says he just gave me a shout out on the air when he was talking about my little brother, Javen. Well, we're glad that you're listening to 956 and K-West coming live over the internet. This is Jake Berry and John Boswell. And Josh, Your little brother's a district champ. Congratulations.
Commanding too. You know, he took off. I mean, and he was in the prelims. He had a 2-minute 800 meters, and
He broke that.
he broke it. And you know,
The
especially
guy
against
with the faster time.
Victor Munoz.
Yep.
So you know, big ups to him. I mean, you know,
In fairness to Victor Munoz, he either didn't run or didn't finish. I'm not sure which.
yeah, DNS right now.
DNS means did not show, I believe.
Yeah.
So he didn't even run the race for whatever reason. Here we go, the girls' JV division 100-meter hurdles. That's fun to get a comment like that, and we appreciate that. During the Meet of Champs, I got a text from Colorado.
Really?
Someone was used to live in the valley and used to coach down here. Found us on the web, and
Wow.
that's fun. It's fun to know that what you're doing, what we're doing, is reaching beyond.
Yeah. And I remember when we first started, we had actually people, I had ex-students that were in Afghanistan, actually
yeah.
watching games in the middle of the night, middle of the
Awesome.
morning. You know, they would comment. I had somebody from Rio Grande City that was in Iraq at one point was emailing us, you know, because he got to see his brother play football.
Well, it makes it, I mean, you like what you're doing. You love giving the kids the accolades they deserve, and they work so hard and have to maintain their grades. But to be able to have a family member at war or a brother or sister in college that couldn't be here to watch his brother run the 800 or whatever, I mean, just a little extra step,
You know, and this is something. I mean, you know, it's something. When we first started, there weren't that many people doing it. Now it seems there's been a cattle call.
Well, and K-West has done a great job because
Yes.
they show graduation and other things. You can watch all kinds of things. Here we come with the girls 100-meter hurdles JV division.
You know,
Looks
I
like
believe it's Lauren
Westlaco
Silva.
going 1 and 2. Westlaco High School 1 and 2. I believe that is Lauren Silva and Corrigan Tobin. I believe in that order, and the girls 100-meter hurdles. Now this is the only time, Jake, during the day where it'll be girls, not JV. Is in the both hurdle races. So,
And this is probably the most time-consuming time of the track events because you have to reset the hurdles, bring them up.
But if
bring
you
them down.
went boy, girl,
even worse.
it'd be terrible. So let's look at who's set to run. Again, there's the JV girls finishing the 100. Here is the varsity girls. In lane 1 will be Linda Lozano from Edinburgh North. Lane 2, Alyssa Flores from Wesco East. Lane 3, Esperanza Pedraza from Westlaco. Fastest qualifier in lane 4, Bianca Garza from PSJ North. In lane 5 will be Audrey Franco from Economides. Lane 6, Samantha Rivera from PSJ North. Lane 7, Ninfa Aza from Wesco East. And in lane 8, Melissa Palacios from PSA North. Fastest qualifier in lane 4, Bianca Garza from PSA North. And we were correct, Jake, in the picking of the JV girls 100-meter hurdle. Fourth place, Luisa Zorzoza from Economides. Third place, Carla Murrow from PSJ North. And second place, Corrigan Tobin from Westlaco. And the winner, Lauren Silva from Wesco with a time of 18.53 seconds.
On your marks.
And here comes the varsity girls 100-meter hurdles. Got any favorites here, Jake?
You know, I'm looking at the times right now, and you know, you look at it.
It's pretty tightly packed.
It's
there.
very tightly packed. You know, you've got 1763 here by 17.63 from Bianca Garza, PSA North, but you know, you've got 1777 right next to
and
her,
1779 on the other side.
So you know, it's going to be very competitive because
You clip a hurdle right here.
That's
and,
it.
Yeah.
Set.
Okay, looks like a clean start in the girls 100-meter hurdles.
Gentlemen, blocks back.
I believe that's Don Ramirez with that camera angle. That is, love that camera angle. That looks like Rafael Cavazos from upstairs, and then we're going to shoot to Val Zamora. Great job by the camera guys, and that's the varsity girls 100-meter hurdles.
That should be Bianca Garza from PSA North.
PSA North, I believe that's the winner, but we'll get to see it here in replay. Right there in lane 4 in the middle of the track. She had the fastest qualifying time, as Jake said. She seems to be on rhythm.
You see Weslico and Economides right next to her.
Yeah, the two
keeping
girls
pace.
that hung with her in prelims are right side by side. But she's pulling a slight lead right here. And she's going to be the winner.
The question is third right now.
Yeah, that's going to be a question. It's either going to be Wesco High or Wesco East there in third place. We'll see, but both of them will be qualifying for the area round. We'll get those results as soon as possible. But right now they're going to adjust the hurdles up to the boys' heights, and the distance is 110 meters now. So in the JV boys division, here are the lane assignments. Lane 1, Jesus Infante from Wesco East. In lane 2, Rigo Corpus from Edinburgh North. Lane 3, Matt Carazales from Weslico. Lane 4, Christian Laredo from PSA North. Lane 5, Austin Sauceda from Weslico. Lane 6, Frank Covarrubias from Economides. Lane 7 will be Andrew Salinas from Edinburgh North. And in lane 8, Alan Gonzalez from PSJ North. The winner of the varsity girls 100-meter hurdles are as follows. 6th place, Samantha Rivera from PSJ North. 5th place, Alyssa Flores from Wesco East. In 4th place, and a regional qualifier, area qualifier, Esperanza Pedraza from Weslico. 3rd place, Ninfa Aza from Wesco East. The silver medal goes to Audrey Franco from Economides, and the district champion, the girls' 100-meter hurdle, Bianca Garza from PSA North with a time of 17.50. Team standings, 2nd place, PSA North with 55 points. Currently in the lead, the girls from Wesco High with 105 points.
Yeah, they just keep stretching that lead out right now. And, you know, if you're finishing somewhere in the top 4, you know, you're really going to get enough points to really not let anybody close.
Right, and they're going to do well in those relays. They're the favorites in the 2 relays that are remaining. And that's, if that holds true, that's 40 points right there.
Yeah.
And you've got to have something dramatic happen to 50 points.
Yeah.
I mean, someone's going to have to catch fire or something. And, you know, Coach Pablo Almaguer, who's a disciple of Coach Jimmy Platt, who I worked with here at Wesco High School for 7 years, way back in the day, Jake. We won't mention that it was in the 80s, but Jimmy Platt knew how to win a district championship, and Pablo has done a great job of carrying that forward. So up we got the JV boys 110-meter hurdles. Lane 4, Christian Laredo with a time of 17.78. Fastest qualifier. And it looks like a clean start. Whoa, hurdles are getting knocked. We have a young man on the ground in lane 8. Looks like a couple of runners from Weslico High out front. That looked like 2 runners from Weslico High. That would be Austin Sauceda and Matt Carazales. We'll get the official result in order of finish in just a second, but it appears to me that those were the leaders. A lot of hurdles were hit.
You know, and it's all about stride too. You know, you just can't expect just because you're fast doesn't make you a
Right.
great hurdler.
The good one's a three-stepping, Jake.
Yes,
And not everybody can do that, especially young.
and we've seen some really good ones. Brown from Economies from the girls' side, Randy Bermea,
Yeah.
Vince Castillo over in Donna right now.
You can go Jonas Gutierrez.
Yes, looked like Westago took the
1 and
first
2.
Yeah, right.
1 and 2. I'm not sure in which order. We'll get that in just a second. Let's look at the lane assignments for the varsity boys division of the 100-meter hurdles. In lane 1 will be J.C. Juan Vargas from Wesco East, freshman. Lane 2, Justin Guerra from Edinburgh North. Lane 3, Brandon Bradford from PSJ North. Lane 4, your fastest qualifier, J.R. Virial from Wesco East. In lane 5, Boney Rios from Economides. Lane 6, Chris Marroquin from Westlaco. Lane 7, Brandon Sauceda from PSJ Memorial. And in lane 8, Rene Ramirez from PSJ North. So the fastest qualifier in lane 4, he ran 14.82 on Thursday. Second fastest time in lane 5, 15.61. The junior varsity boys, 6th place was Jesus Infante from Wesco East. 5th place, Rigo Corpus from Edinburgh North. 4th place, Frank Covarrubias from Economides. 3rd place, Christian Laredo from PSJ North. 2nd place, Austin Sauceda from Westlaco. And the winner from Wesco High School, Matt Carrizales, with a time of 18.01 in the JV boys 110-meter hurdles. In the JV boys division, Westlaco leads with 103 points. 2nd place, Wesco East with 101 points. That's the JV boys division team scores. So we don't have a runner in lane 8. Looks like Rene Ramirez from PSC North chose not to run this race.
And lane 8 is a really hard place to run also because you're right next to the fence, the fans as well.
You know, it looks like JR may be in 2nd right now, maybe
Yes.
3rd. Wow. Maybe a slight upset there in the hurdle races. It looked like the Economides,
Boney Rios.
Boney Rios, and it looked like the young man maybe from PSA North, Brandon Bradford, that got out cleaner than J.R. Virial, who hit the 2nd or 3rd hurdle very hard and seemed to be a half step off. Gotta love those tights in lane 3, though, huh, Jake?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just do not look
are those
smooth.
polka
in it.
dot?
I'm not sure.
I can't tell if they're stars or polka dots, but either way, they're very stylish. But Boney Rios.
Wow, that
Hey, you look at the times in the prelims; it's almost a second faster for
Right.
JRVIL.
right. But we talked about this earlier. Some guys know how to qualify.
Yeah.
I'm just going to run fast enough to qualify, and the real one will count, and I'll be ready to go here. I mean, I'm not saying that's what the young man did, but I'll bet he ran faster than 15.6.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, they're taking the hurdles off the track, and we're getting ready for the 100. We'll give you the result of the boys' 110-meter hurdles in just a second. Remember, though, in the varsity division, the top 4 competitors in each event will have the opportunity to run right here at this track on Thursday in what they're calling the area track meet, which will be 31-6A versus or combined with 32-6A. Remind me who 32-6A is. That Brownsville and
32-6A
Harlingen?
will be Brownsville, Harlingen, San Benito, Los Fresnos.
That district. So just so the people are aware, so
And it's not all the Brownsville schools.
are they
It's
having
not
their?
Porter and not,
Are they
Pace.
doing their district right now?
I'm not sure.
I'm not either.
You know, I know that 30 in Ghana, which is right down the
Right.
road from
That's a
us.
5A though.
That's the 5A, so they're having theirs today.
But they are not having area, I have been told.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
They're sending 2 to regionals from each 5A district.
General announcement.
Okay, here are the lane assignments for the girls 100-meter dash. Lane 1, state powerlifting champion Doris Gutierrez from Wesco East. Lane 2, Daisy Galvan, Westlaco East. Lane 3, Bianca Hernandez from Westlaco. Lane 4, fastest qualifier, Desiree Casares from Wesco East. Lane 5, Victoria Sanchez from Edinburgh North. Lane 6, Evelyn Balderrama from PSA Memorial. Lane 7, Jamie Rios from Edinburgh North. And Lane 8, Alyssa Morales from Edinburgh. Those are the girls scheduled to run in the 100-meter dash JV girls division.
And we're still waiting for the official results from the
In the hurdle races.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Varsity boys.
The camera, they may be looking at them for, I don't think 1, 2, and 3 are the problem.
I think they got it up on the board right now.
Well, that means it's coming our way right now. And let's take a look, real. We said he ran faster than 15.6. Not a whole lot faster, Jake. He ran 15.4. But let's look at the top 6. J.C. Vargas is in 6th place from Wesco East. And that's the start of the JV girls 100 meters. Justin Guerra from Edinburgh North was 5th. Chris Margreen was 4th from Wesco. Area qualifier. J.R. Villarreal in 3rd place. From Wesco East. 2nd place, Brandon Bradford from PSA North, district champion in the 110-meter hurdles with a time of 15.40. Bonnie Rios from Economedes. Let's take a look here at the JV girls 100-meter dash. Wow, there's going to be a tight race between lane 4. Looks like lane 5. Lane 4, lane 5, lane 3, lane 2, lane 1 is the way I saw it. Doesn't mean that's officially the right way because the camera will photograph that thing. But let's revisit the 110 hurdles a little bit here, Jake.
Yeah.
J.R. Villarreal on Thursday ran 14.8, ran 15.8 today. Bonnie Rios ran 15.6 the other day, ran 15.4 today. So consistency kind of won the race.
Yeah, J.R. Villarreal just ran a very good race the first time around, and this time, what's a nice way of saying it? You want to be consistent,
right?
And you don't want your good day to be in the prelims. You want it to be in the finals,
right? They're not giving medals in the prelims, but you know what? Get a chance to go to area.
That's all that matters.
And if he has that one hot day in area, then we're off to regionals. So look at the JV boys 100-meter dash. Mike Luna's in 1. Denzel Castro from East is in 2. Matthew Ortiz from Wesco in 3. Brian Guerra, heard that name before, from Westlaco in 4. Rolando Montemayor from East in 5. Fernando Chila from Economedes in 6. John Martinez from Wesco in 7. And Saul Ramirez from Edinburgh in lane 8. In just a moment, we will give you the result of the JV girls 100-meter dash. It's like a clean race. And they're running like shoulder to shoulder there, Jake.
It's going to come down to the camera.
Yeah, the camera. I'm glad I'm not picking this because there looks like Brian Guerra, but from there,
right in the middle, yeah.
You're going to have to guess from there. Pretty impressive, but he does that against football teams all over the valley every week.
Yeah, and right there, it looks they're all
they're shoulder
together.
to shoulder right there.
And it comes down to who's got acceleration at the end. Who's going to pull away? And right away, right here, you see him pulling away from the pack.
The length, his length kind of pays off right there.
And it looks like in lane 5.
5, maybe second. We'll get those results. Let's get the result here of the JV girls division. 6th place, Doris Gutierrez from East. In 5th place, Evelyn Balderrama from PSA Memorial. 4th place, Daisy Galvan from Wesco East. 3rd place, Bianca Hernandez from Westlaco. In 2nd place, Desiree Casares from Wesco East. And the winner of the JV girls 100-meter dash from Edinburgh North, Victoria Sanchez, with a time of 13.64. So here we go. Varsity girls, 100-meter dash. Lane 1, Victoria Hernandez from PSJ Memorial. Lane 2, Alejandra Soto from PSJ Memorial. Lane 3, Alyssa De Leon from Westlaco. Lane 4, and fastest qualifier, Caitlin Alanis from Wesco East. Lane 5, Elida Hernandez from Westlaco. Lane 6, Sydney Salinas from Westlaco. Lane 7, Cassandra Trevino from Economides. And in lane 8, Clarissa Hernandez. Those are the girls running the 100-meter dash. Once again, fastest qualifier with a time of 12.8, Caitlin Alanis from Wesco East.
And when we talk about fast, she was about 0.29 faster than the closest girl. So,
you know, there was a little
like a lot.
there was a little bit of a win though, Jake, in the prelims. They actually ran on the other side of the stadium, but you know, everyone had the same win. So
yeah.
So I mean, it didn't make a lot of difference. Caitlin's just she's a veteran, and she says she doesn't have a good start, but looked like she had a pretty good start there. But here's where she starts coming on, about mid-race.
Right now it's neck and neck with.
Oh, and she
like
got clipped by a third lane 3, Alyssa De Leon, coming off of injury, I believe. Clipped Caitlin right at the end, I believe. Alyssa's qualifying time was 13.09. Caitlin ran 12.80. Be interesting to see what their final times are. But it looks like the middle of the track, all WISD. Any way you want to look at it, Westlaco East, Westlaco. I believe that is going to be the way it's picked.
That's Sydney Salinas.
Westlaco.
Lane assignment to varsity boys.
Wow.
Well, I don't think the girls are going to relinquish that lead anytime soon.
No. That's a bunch of points in that event. Let's look at the varsity boys 100-meter dash. You'll hear some names here, Jake, you recognize. Jose Garcia, Wesco East in lane 1. Mike Medellin from Economides in lane 2. Eric Gonzalez from Westlaco in lane 3. Lupe Moron from East in lane 4. Carlos Vela from Economides in 5. Jose Torres from PSJ North in 6. Pete Segura from Economides in 7. And Oscar Villalone from Wesco in 8. The result of the boy JV 100-meter dash, Mike Luna from PSJ North in 6th. Matt Ortiz from Westlaco in 5th. In 4th, Denzel Castro from East. In 3rd, Fernando Chila from Economides. 2nd place, Rolando Montemayor from East. And the winner of the boys 100-meter dash, Brian Guerra, with a time of 11.81 from Westlaco High School.
Looks like we got the same one coming back.
That's all right.
That's okay.
We'll have the girls in front of us in just a minute. Looks like lane 2 is open, guys, in the varsity. Mike Medellin from Economides not running. He had the 6th fastest qualifying time, but he is not running. Fastest qualifier is in lane 4, Lupe Marone, 11.17. This time last year, Lupe was running on the JV.
Here are the girls' results. Oh, I was wrong. It was Hernandez and Sydney Salinas.
Oh, Lupe did not get a good start, and the young man from Economides blew out in front. That is Economides, isn't it?
Yes, Carlos Vela.
That is Carlos Vela from Economides, who shot out of the blocks.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your
What a great start, and another surprising finish. Here we come out of the blocks. Got Eric Gonzalez in lane 3, Lupe Marone in lane 4, but the young man that came out of the blocks is the young man in lane 5. No one is closing ground. Everyone is holding their position.
And the gold medalist and district champ from Westlaco High, Alyssa
And the winner is going to be Carlos Vela from Economides. Let's take a look at the result of the girls 100-meter dash varsity division. Alejandra Soto from PSJ Memorial in 6th. Cassandra Trevino in 5th from Economides. Sydney Salinas, area qualifier, in in 4th place from Westlaco. 3rd place, Elita Hernandez from Westlaco. The runner-up in the 100-meter dash, Caitlin Alanese from Wesco East. And the winner of the 100-meter dash with a time of 13 seconds flat, Alyssa De Leon. Team-wise, Westlaco High School girls 125 points. 2nd place is PSJ North with 55 points. And the varsity boys division, the finalists, in 6th place, Oscar Villalone from Westlaco. 5th place, Jose Garcia from Wesco East. In 4th place, I keep saying regional, but it's area qualifier, Jose Torres from PSA North. 3rd place, Westlaco High's Eric Gonzalez. The silver medal goes to Lupe Marone from Wesco East. And the winner of the boys varsity division 100-meter dash from Economides with a time of 11.16, Carlos Vela.
And he was shot out of a cannon.
You know,
at the beginning.
in prelims, Lupe ran 11.17 and Carlos ran 11.3, and they switched times in the finals. In the team standings, Westlaco High School is currently in the lead in the boys varsity division with 94 points. 2nd place, Wesco East with 93.
It's getting a little bit closer.
Every event is getting closer. Here we go. We're about ready to run. This is going to be the JV girls 4x200 meter relay. And I'll give you lane assignments here in just a second. It's going to be lane 1, PSA Memorial, 2, Edinburgh, 3, PSA North, 4, Edinburgh North, 5, Westlaco, 6, Economides, and 7, Westlaco East. Those are the girls 4x200 meter relay lane assignments. Jake, this track meet's moving along pretty well.
Yeah, we were
It's 5
talking about-
o'clock. The promise you made your wife of 7 o'clock may not be far off.
Yeah, our last event was scheduled for about 7 o'clock, so it's going pretty fast. I mean, I've done the Meet of Champs before, where you don't get out until the sun's down and the lights are on in the stadium, and and the weather is beautiful.
Oh, the weather is beautiful. It's about 80 degrees. It doesn't seem to be very windy at all, if it is windy at all. Jake and I are in an air-conditioned room, so.
Yeah.
Actually, it's cold in here, to be honest, a little bit. But just a beautiful day to be out and about and watching young athletes participate and excel, and they work so hard, and it's so important to them. It's still that point in their life where they're doing it because they want to be with their friends and they want to do it for the pride of their school, like the young lady running the 800, doing it for all the right reasons.
I'd like to thank Kenny Trill. He's listening online or watching online. He says, great job to us, but thank you for watching, because, it's great to be able to promote all these kids.
Well, let me tell you how great this is from the outside, because I was outside this before I became inside it. And the things that K-West and 956 have done, not only separately, but almost more importantly together, have made both entities a stronger thing. I think K-West benefits from 956 and vice versa. And I think the production level that both expect from each other, like I said, makes both better. And it's such an honor to be here with Jake, because for a year or so or two, been watching you online with
Greg's great.
With another friend of mine. And what I'm trying to sit here and figure if you've moved up or moved down in this relationship. If you've traded up to a better model, definitely not a smarter model, Greg, so don't even go there. But, interesting to be a part of something that you kind of watched You know.
Yeah, well, and what I've been able to learn from K-West and Westlake ISD is just how to put a production together, because it's amazing. I mean, we do, my business partner and I, Carlos Robledo, we do the NBA D-League games for NBATV.com, and there's no difference you guys are running more cameras than the NBA D-League does for their games.
Let me tell you what, and again, this is somebody who started on the outside and moved within it. K-West is full of professionals who take pride in what they do and win awards for the things they do, and the school district and the school board and Dr. Alejandro and the people in technology have done everything, Steve Valdez, to make this. I said this to someone the other day. May not be the best school district in the valley, but no one tries harder for the kids.
Yeah.
If we can do it, if it's going to highlight our kids, if we can put it online, if we can put it on the big screen, if we can stream it or put it on public access, if we can do it, let's do it.
They do a better job with the football games, the production value of the football games, than some colleges that I've seen, that I've had a chance to go and watch and see them live, and it's incredible. You go to a game here, and you really can't go to any other district and see the kind of football production, in-game production. I'm talking about on the field, like the first downs and everything like that, to the camera work. It's incredible.
Well, I wasn't trying to hurt anybody's feelings from Edinburgh, but they have by far the best quality big screen at their football stadium now, but their production level is not up to the big screen. I'm selfish.
I'm applying for a job on Tuesday, so I'm not allowed to actually say anything until Wednesday.
Okay. So. I'm being a little selfish, but, Wesco, nobody beats our production.
Yeah.
All right. This is the JV girls 4x200 meter relay. That's 4 girls running 200 meters each. And
looks like Wesco right now in the middle.
Wesco, is that east right there that's kind of running with them? Yeah, that's Wesco East, Economides. Edinburgh North. Oh, we'll talk about production, Jake. What about that picture? Yeah, what a shot.
And that's Jazz Muniz right there.
Is that Jazz?
Yep. Remember her from basketball? I remember
sure.
her. I think she had 23 points against us or more.
So, and you were in charge of defense, Jake?
No. I was in charge of the book that night.
Okay. I just got to clarify.
I'm just going to say that night.
That night.
But you see right now, Wesco East are neck and neck. That's actually one of my former basketball players right there, Natalie Roxburgh, in third right now for Edinburgh.
Wow, that's neck and neck right there.
Yeah, and it's going to come down.
I think actually because of the stagger, High's a little bit, Wesco High's slightly in the lead.
And you see it right now.
And so it looks like Wesco East, and here comes Edinburgh. Edinburgh is actually in second, I believe, right now.
It's going to come down to this stretch right now to see where East can pull back into second at least.
Well, that's just a hard lane to run from.
Very much so. But Wesco has a substantial lead right now.
Wow. You know what? It's going to be close.
East is coming up.
Let's go to that goal line camera right now. Wesco High. Wesco East.
Comes back.
Edinburgh. Hey, while we're between races, and I know you're getting ready to run a replay, and the replay tonight is being run by our man Mario Palacios, doing a great job. Darlene Gracia running the graphics and running the audio for Jake and I. Val Zamora's on the finish camera. Rafael Cavazos is upstairs taking the wide angle. Don Ramirez is on your straightaway right there. And we've got Julian Olivares upstairs running the show on the box. This is Jake Berry from 956 and John Boswell from K-West. And we are at the District 31-6A Track and Field Championship.
The all-new 31-6A.
The all-new 31-6A. You know, I came to Texas, Jake, in 1985, and the whole valley was one district. And I believe it was 5A. The big level was 5A. And before you knew it, there were 2 and 3 districts, and then I end up at East, and we're 4A, and pretty much one district is 4A. And now, 4A is 5A, and 5A is 6A, and there are teams shooting up everywhere. Man, was that fast. We have the result of the JV girls 800-meter relay. 6th place, Economides. 5th place, PSJ North. 4th place, Edinburgh North. 3rd place, Edinburgh. Second place, Wesco East. And the winner of the JV girls 800-meter relay with a time of 1 minute, 53.54 seconds, Westlaco. Currently, the team leaders in the JV girls division, Westlaco has 90 points. Wesco East has 90 points. Westlaco has 88. That is the team points for the JV girls division. JV boys division 800-meter relay. Lane 1, PSJ Memorial. Lane 2, Economides. Lane 3, Edinburgh. Lane 4, PSJ North. Lane 5, Wesco East. Lane 6, Edinburgh North. And in lane 7, Westlaco. And the guns up for the JV boys 800-meter relay, 4x200-meter relay, semantics, whichever way you want to call it, I'm okay. On our graphics there, it says 800-meter relay. On our paperwork, it says 4x2. So, 6 of one, half a dozen.
Yeah. I actually ran this in high school until I decided I didn't want to run anymore. But this was, it's an incredible race. But the hardest part about it are the handoffs, because you can't mess up. You can't afford to mess up in this. And especially, you'll see a bobble here and there with the baton, and it can be costly.
Well, I'm going to date myself a little bit, Jake. When I was in high school, this was called the 880 relay.
Really?
Yeah, we were still in yards when I was in high school. We were fighting the metric system when I was in high school. I remember we learned it one year in school, and then the government kind of got off it. We were going to go to speed limits. We were going to go to measuring fluids. We were going to do everything metrically, and
yeah.
That kind of went by the wayside, and to this day, I'm not real big on metrics. Looks like Wesco High, Wesco East, and the JV boys 800-meter relay. Again, we're live on the web, 956 Sports and K-West, and we love getting what do you call all those things? Tweets and texts and emails, and Jake's from a little newer generation. I hate to admit it, but I don't have a Facebook, and I don't really know what a tweet is. And I know there's an Insta something, and I don't really know what that is. I don't think I want to know what people are doing all the time. I definitely don't want them to know what I'm doing all the time. So I don't participate in any of that stuff. You got Wesco East, you got Economides, and you got Wesco High. And the JV boys 800-meter relay. Again, that was Wesco East, Economides, and Wesco High. I believe that will be the finish, 1, 2, 3. The greatest feeling, though, Jake, as an athlete, and I was an athlete. Yes, I was a lineman. I did play college football. Is after the race or after the event, that feeling of I did it. And here they come again. This is JV boys. Great film work. I wish the people could keep their children off the railing, but, I've been the PA announcer here at this stadium, and it's like they can't hear you when you ask them to step back, but I'm sorry, I'm an old school guy. When someone says, please move back, guess what I usually do? I usually move back. Coming up, we're going to have the varsity girls division 800-meter relay. And guess who had the fastest qualifying time, Jake? Westlaco.
Really?
Yeah, it's hard to believe. I know that, but...
Well, with the points that they're ahead right now.
Yeah,
So.
and you know what? I don't see Angela's name listed. And she always runs a 4x2. They must have her in an open event today. So let's look at the lane assignments for the varsity girls division. In lane 1, PSA North. Lane 2, Wesco East. Lane 3, Edinburgh North. Lane 4, Westlaco. Fastest qualifiers. Lane 5, PSA Memorial. Lane 6, Edinburgh. And in lane 7, Economides. Wesco had the fastest qualifying time by 3 seconds, Jake, coming into this race. And shortly we'll have the JV boys results in the 800-meter relay. Yeah, all of this is kind of interesting to me. I'm watching Jake type stuff and come up online as we're working here, and we've got a TV camera on one side, and then the actual track meet right in front of us. It's like being a traffic cop up here right now.
Yeah, I know. You have to keep your eye out too, because before you know it, they're around the.
Yeah, they're here right in front of us before you know it. Okay, here we go in the JV boys division. Here are the results in the 800-meter relay. 6th place, PSJ Memorial. 5th place, Edinburgh North. 4th place, Edinburgh. 3rd place, Weslaco. 2nd place, Economides. And the winner of the JV boys 800-meter relay with a time of 1:35.53, Weslaco East. The JV boys point totals as we stand. First place, Wesco East with 133. Second place, Weslaco with 127. So we have some barn burners in some divisions of the team trophy, just not in the girls' division, Jake.
Yeah, Weslaco.
The varsity girls
yeah.
division. That's the only one that right now is in concrete. Is that the right word?
Yeah, it's cold stove. What do they call it? Lead pipe lock.
Yeah. You listen to Mike and Mike, huh?
Yes, I do.
Stone cold lead pipe lock.
Thank you.
So are you Greenie and I'm Golick? Is that
I
the,
think
is
so.
that the deal?
I don't want to be, but yeah.
You went
I
to
would be, I guess.
Northwestern and you're real smart and all that?
I guess I really can't then. Yeah, but yeah. Well, the girls are off and running right now. It looks like Economides is actually ahead right now.
Well, again, I tell people you've got to watch the handoffs because there's such a stagger there. Wesco had the fastest qualifying time, and guess who got the first handoff?
Yep, and you'll see I believe that's Eleanor
Arndt.
And
she's a freshman, I believe.
Yeah, she's a freshman. I watched her. She
very
won the long
impressive athlete, and mom's a very nice lady.
Edinburgh right now is
Edinburgh,
first.
But again, we're still dealing with the stagger.
Yeah.
So it's hard to tell. Again, watch the handoff. The team that handoffs first, watch Weslaco. I believe they're going to get the handoff first. They're in first.
Yep, and Edinburgh almost had a little bit of a
They had a
mishap
bobble.
right there.
Yeah, they had a bobble on the handoff.
And Weslaco right now is just pulling away.
But the smoothness of the handoff just opened.
Yep.
Okay, Jake, we're going to be at 30 yards. 25, 25 meters ahead because of that bobble on the handoff. Nice, calm handoff to your anchor. And your anchor's running hard just because everybody else run hard. Why shouldn't I run hard? Here she comes around the edge.
So it should be Weslaco.
I believe that's Maddie Ibarra.
Yep, and then that is Edinburgh North on the inside lane, right behind her. Edinburgh and East and PSA North. Is East going to take?
East is here, I believe.
Yeah, and we'll find out right now on.
They could have been second or third. We'll get those results real quickly. I hate dating myself, but Maddie Ibarra, I coached her dad.
Really?
Yeah. Again, we won't say that I worked here in the 80s. Here we come, and yes, that is Maddie Ibarra, who also she plays center field on the softball team that is playoff bound. But there she comes from Wesco High School, and then we'll try to get a shot at. I mean, first place is easy to pick. Here we come, second place. Wow. Maybe Edinburgh, and then East. Again, thank you for technology and the camera. And okay, so let's look at the varsity boys division of the 800-meter relay. Lane 1 will be Weslaco. Lane 2, Edinburgh. Lane 3, PSA Memorial. Lane 4, fastest qualifier at Wesco East. Lane 5, Economides. Lane 6, PSJ North. And then Lane 7, Edinburgh North. On the Wesco East team, Juan Badillo, Angel Flores, Jesus Espinoza, and Lupe Marone. The girls' varsity division, here are the results in the 800-meter relay. 6th place, Economides. 5th place, PSJ Memorial. Area qualifier, Edinburgh North, and 4th. Bronze medal goes to Wesco East. The silver medal goes to Edinburgh High School, and the winner of the girls' 800-meter relay with a time of 1:45.40, Weslaco. That run featured Stephanie Sauceda, Brittany Cardenas, Eleanor Arndt, and Maddie Ibarra. Team standings. Weslaco has 145 points. Edinburgh is currently in second place in the girls' division with 61. There's a nice shot of Eric Gonzalez, who will be running on this relay. I believe Eric is running first for Weslaco High. Running first for Weslaco East is, I believe, Juan Badillo. I can tell you this, Jake. All 4 runners for Weslaco East play football. And I do believe, I may be wrong, but I do believe all the runners for Weslaco High are football players.
Really?
But all 4 for East, I can guarantee. You have the Cuate, you have Badillo, played receiver, Jesus Espinoza playing on the defense, and then some guy named Marone. I think he played football too.
I think he was a adequate running back.
Yeah, I think. I hear the All-Star game. The kids are starting to find out who's going to play in that game.
Yeah, we're very close.
Coming up right here at this stadium, also.
Which is great too. And if you think about it, this is the perfect venue. Not just because of the field, but
K
the
West and
location.
956.
And yeah, I love that too. But the location itself, I mean, is just beautiful because you're right here in the Mid Valley. It's easy for people on
Nobody's
both sides
going
of the valley.
too far.
Yeah.
To come here.
Who do you think's going to win, though? That's the question.
Well, you're going to have to show me who's on which team. I got the opportunity to coach this game in 2010, I believe, the All-Star game. The most fun maybe I ever had in a week of coaching, but Albert Chavez getting injured was one of the biggest disappointments of my coaching career, to see that happen to that nice kid. It really affected me a little bit to have him kind of playing in a fun game and go down like that. But what a fun week. Domingo Ricon. I mean, the guys that we were around. Looks like East is in good shape right here in the middle of the track. That's Jesus Espinoza. You got North. Again, it's going to come down to the handoff.
And solid handoff by number North, but they're on the outside lane, so you really can't.
Right. You got the stagger, but that lane 4 is ahead of lane 8. What's that tell you? That they've outrun the stagger.
Yeah.
And that's the Cuate. He's got a twin brother, looks just like him. That's Angel Flores. And he's going to be handing off
And Economy's now
to
moved
some
into
guy
second.
named Marone. And after what happened to Lupe in the 100, I'm going to imagine he's not going to let anybody catch him here.
Yeah, and look, he's got a nice stride right now. He's got his head down. He's not, a lot of guys will kind of start to take it easy as they get to that last leg. and
He's
not.
actually opening his stride, I believe.
Yeah.
So there's Weslaco East. Weslaco High, I believe, in second place, Jake.
Wow.
That's big right there. But you know what? They're head and head in the team standings, so they're fighting to stay in the picture. That was impressive by them.
Yeah, Lupe had a nice stride. He didn't let off the gas.
Well, you don't want to make any mistakes.
Yeah.
You don't want to be across your line. You don't want to be out of your lane. You don't want to go too fast. You don't want to lag behind.
And I think if you saw that video that was circling the internet about the kid from Oregon who took it easy at the end.
He started
He thought
celebrating.
the crowd was yelling for him, but they weren't. They were yelling.
The guy was going to pass.
Yeah. And so right there you see him, and right about there is when he kind of realizes he's got it.
You know what? I think that's Weslaco in second place. Yeah. That's outstanding job by Eric Gonzalez, Justin Coronado, Sergio Murillo, and Alex Enriquez.
Economy's got fourth, and I believe PSG North got third.
Yeah,
so we'll find out right now.
You're right. There you go, Jake. Here we go. This is the boys' 800-meter relay results, varsity division. Edinburgh was in 6th. PSJ Memorial was in 5th. Economides was getting a run at the area meet next Thursday in 4th place. Bronze medal, PSJ North. Silver medal, Weslaco High School. And the district champs in the boys 4x200-meter relay with a time of 1:30.29. Juan Badillo, Angel Flores, Jesus Espinoza, Lupe Marone, the team from Weslaco East. Team score. Currently in the boys division in first place with 113 points, Weslaco East. In second place currently with 110 points, Weslaco. The closest team following them has 79 points. So the district championship's going to come down to Weslaco High and Weslaco East.
Yeah, it's going to be either higher or the strong side. So
Okay, so we have the girls 400-meter dash. JV division. Lane 1, Amanda Martinez from North, PSJ North. Lane 2, Kayla Huerta from East. Lane 3, Anzalani Jordan from Edinburgh North. Lane 4, Ava Pettis from Weslaco. Lane 5, Victoria Griffin from Weslaco. Lane 6, Joyce Alonzo from East. Lane 7, Shania Vasquez, there's your girl, from Edinburgh. And in Lane 8, Alyssa Luna from PSJ North. That's the JV girls. 400-meter dash. That's one time around the track. You have to stay in your lane. No cutting in the 400.
I was asked actually in high school to run the 4x4, and
That's a man's race, Jake.
yeah, I did, and I had never ran it before. I was a strictly long jumper, high jumper, and I ran the anchor, which was on the second team.
Was that cruel or,
Yeah,
or nice?
I ran the first. We were in last place when I got the baton.
That's cruel,
I got
but-
all the way to third place, but I didn't realize there was 400 meters.
Oh, yeah.
I ran the first 200 like I was in the Olympics, and then I walked the rest pretty much.
Well, that's the thing I was telling you about earlier, where sometimes I'll watch a race and go, "Did you tell her it was 400?"
Yeah, because they take off with an incredible pace that you think that they can continue, and then all of a sudden it just hits them.
Yeah, that happened the other day in the prelims. In fact, I asked a little girl who I'm pretty close to, "Did you know it was all the way around?" And she said, "Yes, and that's mean." And I said, "Well, I didn't mean to be mean. I just was trying to make sure you're being coached up well." There's the winner of the JV girls 400-meter dash. That, I believe, is Ava Pettis. She had the fastest qualifying time coming in.
And including the varsity boys 4x200-meter relay.
You know, back in the day, Jake, it would always be like a secret who was ahead in the track meet because they scored it by hand.
Yeah, you didn't have all this technology.
And immediately we know what the score of the track meet is.
I was a senior in 1994, and actually Daktronics was the town I was living in. Daktronics is centered there, and Daktronics was preparing for the Barcelona Olympics, and so they tested all the equipment on us. And the greatest thing was they had the cameras at the finish line, and my coach told me I stopped racing. I was doing the Waitman relay, even though I was thin. At the time, I was really thin and fast, and I did the anchor. He said, "Don't do anything stupid to embarrass me." I was like, "There's a camera right at the finish line." So I posed for the Heisman with the baton.
Oh, geez.
As I came across. Let's just say I got in trouble, but nevertheless, technology has come a long way because they were just trying that stuff out back then. And that's when Daktronics had the Olympic contract.
Well, here come the JV boys 400-meter dash. Lane 1, Noah Velasquez from East. Lane 2, Abel Mercado from Edinburgh. Lane 3, Pete Rodriguez from Economides. Lane 4, George Molina from PSJ Memorial. Lane 5, Brandon Pettis from Economides. Lane 6, Roger Acevedo from East. Lane 7, Christian Lozano from Edinburgh North. And then Lane 8, Alvaro Rosell from Wesco East. Once this race gets started, we'll give you the result of the JV girls 400-meter dash. Once again, this is one time around. Okay, the result of the top 6 finishers in the JV girls 400-meter dash. 6th place, Shania Vasquez from Edinburgh. 5th place, Kayla Huerta from Wesco East. 4th place, Amanda Martinez from PSJ North. 3rd place, Anzalani Jordan from Edinburgh North. 4th place was Amanda Martinez from PSJ North. 2nd place, Joyce Alonzo from Wesco East. And the winner of the JV girls 400-meter dash from Weslaco, Ava Pettis. The team standing in the JV girls division, currently in 1st place with 100 points, Wesco East. 2nd place, Weslaco High with 98 points. And it looks like the young man from Economides being chased down by runner from PSJA Memorial. Great finish to that boys 400-meter dash. George Molina, I believe, clipped the runner at the tape. We will have those results in just a second. There he is. He's currently coming off the curve here, Jake. He's in about 4th place.
Yeah.
And he hooks up the jet pack in those fluorescent shoes and
Just takes off.
yeah, he is bringing it home, as they say. Look at this finish. That's a nice finish by PSA Memorial's George Molina. He had the fastest qualifying time.
Lane assignment.
Okay, we'll have those results with the JV boys in just a second, but let's look who's going to run for the varsity girls. Oh, here's the secret. Here's the answer why Angela didn't run the 4x2.
Why is that?
She had the fastest qualifying time in the girls' 400 meters.
You don't want to use her yet.
So here we go. Varsity girls, 400-meter dash participants. Lane 1, Cassandra Gonzalez from PSA Memorial. Lane 2, Gabriela Garza from Westlaco. Lane 3, Cassandra Trevino from Economides. Lane 4, your fastest qualifier, running 1 minute flat, Angela Virial. Lane 5, Adriana Sainz from Edinburgh North. Gloria Gutierrez in lane 6 from Edinburgh North. Tiffany Borrego from in lane 7 from PSA North. And Jaron Pena in lane 8 from Westlaco. Top 6 in the JV boys 400. Noah Velasquez from East in 6th. Roger Acevedo from East in 5th. Abel Mercado from Edinburgh in 4th. Brandon Pettis in 3rd from Economides. Pete Rodriguez from Economides in 2nd. And the winner, George Molina, with a time of 53.93 is the winner. Team points, Wesco East in 1st place in the JV boys division, 136 points. Wesco High in 2nd with 127 points. And this is the varsity girls 400-meter dash. And if you want to look at one of the gutsiest athletes I've seen this year, look at lane 4 and see future RGV,
Vaquero, UTRGV,
Vaquero, Pan Am University basketball player.
And there she goes.
Angela Virial. Lane 4, she has crossed all of these staggers. She is strongly out in front. She's 150 meters from the finish, but she's about 30 meters ahead in the race. You know, a lot of seniors, Jake, get senioritis, and they don't want to do anything their senior year. Well, this girl led her team into the playoffs, played in all-star games, and has hit the track and been a leader and a competitor and just fun to watch on the track. And there she goes.
That's
the winner,
sub 1 minute, too.
Angela Virial. Yeah, I believe she broke the 1 minute mark. Going into area, that'll be very good for her. And there's Angela. Angela's parents and coaches ought to be very proud of the effort that she gives in her athletic endeavors. And very humble, because I complimented her a couple of meets ago, and she was very shy. Oh, thank you. Again, doing things for the right reasons, Jake.
Yeah, and you know what? When you're a college athlete, or you're going to be a college athlete, there are no off seasons. I mean, it sounds cliche, but
oh, it's the truth.
But yeah, you really can't. I mean, because you slow down, somebody's going to take your spot.
So there she is, the winner of the girls 400-meter open 400.
Can't tell who 1, 3, and 4, or who 3 and 4 are right now, and 5.
Yeah, we'll get it pretty quick, but they're looking up on the board. The coaches on the field, look at them all. Like, what's it say? Who's there?
Yeah, because they're all trying to figure out who. I'm trying to figure out what logo that is. That's Southwest State.
I do
Texas
believe.
State.
Yeah, I do believe that's Southwest Texas. Yeah, Texas State. Yeah, that dates us both a little bit, Jake.
But you see right now, Angie's got a commanding lead, and then it's going to be Economides, Cassandra Trevino.
Well, the last time they ran their mile relay with Angela anchoring, she nearly set a record in the Meet of Champs in the wind with nobody near her.
Wow.
You know. So here are the result of the varsity girls 400-meter dash. 6th place, Tiffany Borrego from PSJ North. 5th place, Cassandra Gonzalez from PSJ Memorial. 4th place, area qualifier, Jaron Pena from Weslaco. 3rd place, Gloria Gutierrez from Edinburgh North. 2nd place, Cassandra Trevino from Economides. And breaking the 1 minute mark, your winner, Angela Virial from Weslaco, with a time of 58.62. Again, team lead, Weslaco Girls Division, 159 points. 2nd place, Edinburgh, 61 points. Nearly 100 points ahead. Here are the boys, 400-meter dash. Michael Cantu from Edinburgh North in lane 1.
You might remember him. You're an East fan. You go to the East games. He was a corner for them.
Edinburgh Arevalo from Edinburgh. Adrian Saavedra from Economides. Alexis Ramirez from PSJ Memorial. Ignacio Ramirez from Economides. Saul Zuniga from PSJ North. Jacob Arnold from Edinburgh North. And Rosindo Garza from Wesco East. Those are the runners, varsity boys, 400-meter dash. Looks like we have a clean start.
In the junior varsity girls division, up to including the girls 400-meter dash. In first place, Wesco East, 100 points. In second, Wesco High.
Economides is coming out strong right now in the middle.
Right. Economides has had a pretty good day. I don't know where they're sitting team-wise, but they have had a pretty good day and a couple of surprises. Let me see if I can find that.
I've got them right here.
Varsity boys, Economides.
4th place right now.
Yeah, they're in 4th.
And you see them right now. They're actually making a move right now on the inside with East on the outside. And it looks like Edinburgh North's making a move on
1,
the...
2, 3, 4, 5. 8 runners qualified for this race, and we only have 5 running it. Which means people are starting to save people for either the mile relay or the 200 or both. Because there were people that qualified in that race that did not run. In fact, I don't see anybody in lane 1, lane 4, lane 7. There's 3 people missing.
Yeah, East
and then
doesn't have anybody or Weslaco.
And lane 4 had the fastest qualifier, and he didn't even run.
Yeah. Yeah, East had somebody, but Weslaco didn't.
East is going to score a point just because there's 5 guys and 6 get points.
Yeah.
And Weslaco has no one in the race, so they might get another point or 2.
And Econ's going to move up because they get first and maybe 3rd.
Yeah. That if they got 1st and 3rd, that's 16 points. That'll probably put them solidly in 3rd, maybe. Following the 400-meter dash, they'll be setting hurdles on the track. And we'll have the 300-meter hurdle. Jake, my children used to go to the track meets with me and go, Dad, how do we know what's next? And how do we know when it's over? And I've always taught them that once you run the 4x200-meter relay, all you got to do is count down from 4. 400, 300, 200, 1-1. And they say 1-1, yeah, mile, 1 mile, and 1 mile relay. So we are to the point where we're counting down to the 300. Here's the result of the boys 400-meter dash, and we are correct. Only 5 runners ran in the race. In 5th place, Rosindo Garza from Wesco East. 4th place, area qualifier, Edgar Arevalo from Edinburgh. 3rd place, Adrian Saavedra from Edinburgh Economides. 2nd place, Saul Zuniga from PSJ North. And the winner is Ignacio Ramirez from Economides with a time of 52.51. Now, as we look at the team points in the boys' division, following 13 events, Wesco East has a slight lead over Wesco High. Wesco East has 115 points. Wesco High has 110 points. Economides is solidly in 4th place with 65. PSJ North has 87. So the JV girls will be running the 300-meter hurdles. Lane 2 will be Luisa Zarzoza from Economides. Lane 3, Corrigan Tobin from Weslaco. Lane 4, Carla Murrow from PSJ North. Lane 5, Vanessa Martinez from PSJ Memorial. Lane 6, Daniela Castro from Economides. And in Lane 7, Lauren Silva from Weslaco. The fastest qualifier is Carla Muro from PSJ North.
And remember, don't turn away from this because right after this is the girls' varsity
Right.
300-meter hurdles.
Right. This is the last time that the girls will follow girls.
Yeah.
The rest of the meet following this will be JV, varsity. But right now we're going to go girl.
And you see there's different stances. Some use the blocks, some do not.
You know, it's really hard in the hurdles, in my opinion, to not use the blocks.
Yeah, because you want that kick right off the bat.
And you want that first hurdle to be perfect. The step you want, the foot you want going over it. But some kids are really good at switching feet. And some kids really feel awkward in the blocks. Okay, the young lady from Weslaco on the outside actually is in the lead right now.
And she didn't start with the blocks either. And she's
in a terrible lane.
Yeah. And she's actually doing well because nobody has really caught stride
Now
with her.
she's starting to chop.
There.
Yeah, she's starting to chop a little bit. But I believe that's Victoria Griffin. No, lane 7. I'm in the wrong race. That's got to be Lauren Silva.
Yeah, she's got a decent lead. She looks like she's going to go start to finish.
From a terrible lane.
And you don't see that often at all. That's incredible.
She started from like the worst lane you could be in the hurdles. And she ran 1:03 in prelims. And lane 4 ran 56 seconds.
That is incredible because it looked like on the last curve, last time around the curve, that she stumbled and looked like people were going to catch up, but you see that right there. She's just pulling away, or she's keeping the distance away.
Yeah, this girl in lane 4 here.
PSJ North.
Yeah, she's the one that had the fastest qualifying time. Well, this is awesome effort.
Wow, she really did. She had a 4-second lead almost.
Big athletes do big things in big times, and that's how you become somebody, is shock the world a little bit. So let's look at the varsity girls lane assignments in the 300-meter hurdles. Lane 1 will be Audrey Franco from Economides. Lane 2 will be Samantha Rivera from PSA North. Lane 3, Linda Lozano from Edinburgh North. Alyssa De Leon from Weslaco is in lane 4. Esperanza Pedraza from Weslaco is in lane 5. Those are your 2 fastest qualifiers. Lane 6 will be Karina Alfaro from Edinburgh. Lane 7, Bianca Garza from PSJ North. And in lane 8, Samantha Chavez from PSJ Memorial. Once again, want to welcome everybody to the District 31 6A Track and Field Championships. In the box with Jake Berry from 956 Sports. This is John Boswell for K-West. And we have the result of the JV Girls 300-meter hurdles. 6th place, Vanessa Martinez from PSJ Memorial. 5th place, Luisa Zarzoza from Economides. 4th place, Corrigan Tobin from Weslaco. 3rd place, Daniela Castro from Economides. 2nd place, Carla Muro from PSJ North. And the JV district champion in the girls 300-meter hurdles from Weslaco with a time of 53.15, Lauren Silva. She cut 10 seconds.
Yeah, if you look, everybody on that list cut some time off of their record, off their prelims. So,
yeah, but 10 seconds.
10 seconds. So she must have been playing a little coy there in the prelims because.
Or maybe,
incredible.
it was windier in the prelims. Maybe the wind bothered her. I don't know. We have a clean start in the varsity girls division. Watch the middle of the track. Alyssa De Leon and Esperanza Pedraza, both from Weslaco High School. Your fastest 2 qualifiers. And Alyssa De Leon appears to be in
3.
first place already. That's lane 4. Lane 3 and lane 5 are neck and neck for second. But Alyssa De Leon is running in a race of her own here. She's about 15 meters ahead going into the last hurdle.
And it's going to come down to who gets second right now, because Edinburgh North and Weslaco.
Oh, they're nearly
and neck.
stride for stride. Oh, Edinburgh North, Weslaco. Wow. Some great performances out of the Lady Panthers right now. Almost every race, there's someone we can pick out and say, watch this one, Jake.
Yeah, I think there's a reason why they're in first place.
Look at the effort. No one's near her. Arms, legs, stride, focus on the hurdle. And she's even got an injury. Her left thigh is bandaged, which I've never really known a really good hurdler that wasn't bandaged up a little bit. But because you can look at her teammate in lane 5 and her legs all taped up with physio tape. But it looks like second place is going to go to Edinburgh North. So Alyssa De Leon, Edinburgh North, and Esperanza Pedraza. Up next will be the JV boys 300-meter hurdles. Lane 1 will be Tony Barrera from Weslaco. Lane 2, Frank Covarrubias from Economides. Lane 3, Matt Carzales from Weslaco. Lane 4, Austin Sauceda from Weslaco. Lane 5, Domingo Rios from Economides. Lane 6, Alan Gonzalez from PSA North. Lane 7, Jesus Infante from Wesco East. And in Lane 8, Christian Laredo from PSA North. Those will be the lane assignments for the JV boys 300-meter hurdles. Looks like a clean start, the JV boys division of the 300-meter hurdles. Following the end of this race, we'll give you the result of the varsity girls, the official results. Oh, we got people chopping their feet. I do believe that is Austin Sauceda from Weslaco out in front. We're having a head-to-head here in Wesco East in the team division for the JV boys. There are 3 athletes from Wesco High School. Looks like they're going to take first, second, and maybe third.
Maybe.
That 24 points could be a big jump as far as the team championship goes.
Was that Wesco East or PSA North on the outside?
Both. Wesco East probably here. Jesus Infante coming here, and maybe lane 7.
Yeah, I believe so. I mean,
but it looks like Weslaco is going to go
1, 2, 3,
1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 4, one or the other. Pretty impressive.
Oh, and he stepped out a little bit. Not sure if that matters.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
I don't know.
I don't want to pick it. Let's look at the varsity girls result. 6th place, Bianca Garza from PSA North. 5th place, Samantha Rivera from PSA North. 4th place, area qualifier Karina Alfaro from Edinburgh. 3rd place, Esperanza Pedraza from Weslaco. 2nd place, Linda Lozano from Edinburgh North. And the district champion in the 300-meter hurdles girls division from Weslaco, Alyssa De Leon with a time of 46.85. Up for the boys, lane 1, Brandon Bradford from PSA North. Lane 2, Boney Rios, the winner of the high hurdles from Economides. Lane 3, Justin Guerra from Edinburgh North. Lane 4, J.R. Virial, fastest qualifier from Wesco East. Lane 5, Angel Diaz from Edinburgh. Lane 6, Brandon Sauceda, PSA Memorial. Lane 7, Renee Ramirez from PSA North. And in lane 8, freshman J.C. Vargas from Wesco East. I know J.R. Virial had a little bit of a disappointment in the 110s. Let's see if he can atone for that in the 300s. And he is currently in the lead and looks strong on stride.
Very nice stride right now on the last 2 hurdles.
You know, he's the kind of hurdler, if he can stay on his right foot as his lead leg the whole race, and he had to go to left foot right there, but when he can stay on right foot, he's hard to beat. And he's back on his right foot. Looks like he's going to be the district champ and be able to atone for maybe a disappointment in the other hurdle race. And that'll be J.R. Villarreal from Wesco East, your winner.
Angel Diaz looked like he came in second. Well, let's see, third and fourth.
Well, here comes the hurdle. I believe it's number 6, and JR had to go to his left leg.
Whoops.
And I know his coach, Noel Villarreal, works with him hard about if you switch feet, maybe getting back on step. And he does get back on his right foot. We had someone leave the track back there, one of the athletes. But JR first, and we'll get the other results for you in just a second. Let's give you the result of the JV Boys Division, 300-meter hurdles. 6th place was Frank Covarrubias from Economides. 5th place was Alan Gonzalez from PSJ North. In 4th place, Tony Barrera from Weslaco. 3rd place, Jesus Infante, Wesco East. 2nd place, Matt Carrizales from Weslaco. And the winner of the JV Boys 300-meter hurdles with a time of 44.47 from Weslaco, Austin Sauceda. JV Boys Division point totals. Currently in first place with 149 points, Weslaco. 2nd place with 142 points, Wesco East. So, Jake, that 1-2-4 in the hurdles.
Yeah, it really helped.
Flip-flopped the first and second place in the JV Boys Division.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be nip and tuck. You know,
It's going to come down to the mile relay, I think.
And I wonder, you know, does Economides have a way of coming back into the fold
You
a
know,
little bit?
they're going to really have to dominate the 200, the mile, and the mile relay to get back in the fold. Let's look at the JV Girls Division 200-meter dash. That'll be our next race. Remember, 200 meters, mile run or 1,600 meters, mile relay or 1,600-meter relay. JV Girls, here we go. Lane 1, Tara Porter from PSJ Memorial. Lane 2, Jazz Muniz from Weslaco. Lane 3, Cynthia Trevino, Wesco East. Lane 4, Chantel Barrera from Weslaco. Lane 5, Ava Pettis from Weslaco. Lane 6, Mig Zapata from Wesco East. Lane 7, Savannah Arguello from Edinburgh North. And in Lane 8, Alyssa Morales from Edinburgh. There's some basketball players out there running, Jake.
Yeah, there are. And it looks like right now we're actually going to have a delay because of that one.
That injury?
Yeah, that one injury. He's still on the sideline right now. The trainers are looking
Well,
at him.
you know, I've seen some very tragic things happen in 2 events, pole vault and hurdles. I've seen hurdle cross members actually broken and impale runners. And I've seen people miss the pit and the pole vault and land on the runway. You know, they're going to take the time, and you're going to have trainers from, 7 schools down there, and really good facilities. But it's no joke crashing on a track.
No.
You know, it's a very rough and very hard surface. Unforgiving? Is that a...
But they got it made compared to what I had to run on.
Oh,
But,
Cinder?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, the old Cinder was not fun either.
Yeah.
It's like running on gravel.
Yeah, but regardless, you scrape yourself up
Yeah,
and fall down.
it's no fun to fall on this.
Then
Then you're off balance, coming off a hurdle. You don't know what happened. How cool is that, though? You know, we talk about Daktronics. There you go, right there.
Yeah.
This is pretty amazing what they can do now. You know, I was involved in track in Texas, starting here at Wesco High School in the mid '80s with Jimmy Platt, and we did everything by hand and walked off everything distance wise, and what they can do now is amazing. And the fact that we can send this out to you live on the web on 956 Sports and K-West, with the whole K-West crew here giving up their Saturday afternoon. Don Ramirez, Rafael Cavazos, Val Zamora, Mario Palacios, Darlene Gracia, Julian Olivares, Jake Berry, and I'm John Boswell, and we're here enjoying ourselves in Bobby Lackey Stadium. And up is the JV Girls 200-meter dash. We have a clean start, I think. Wow. There's some purple in the middle of the track there, Jake.
Yeah, there is. And East looks like they are in second place right now.
Yeah, looks like first. No. Westlaco may go 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
Westco's going to go 1, 2, 3. Westco's going to go 1, 2, 3. And then there might be an East or two in there. We'll get those results. But while we're waiting on those results, let's look quickly at the results of the varsity boys 300-meter hurdles. Sixth place with Brandon Sauceda from PSG Memorial. Fifth place, J.C. Vargas from Westlaco East. Fourth place, area qualifier Brandon Bradford from PSG North. Third place, Rene Ramirez from PSG North. Second place, Angel Diaz from Edinburgh. And the winner of the 300-meter hurdles varsity boys division, J.R. Villarreal, with a time of 40.55. Looks like we're going to have a Westlaco sweep in the JV girls 200-meter dash. 1, 2, 3. There they go.
I probably should have showed you this one before that one. We actually had the results from the junior varsity boys meter.
I think I already read that one.
Oh, they just brought it in. I'm not sure.
I
if we
did.
not.
I read
Okay.
that
Oh,
one.
good.
Yeah, look.
Oh, we had it already.
Okay. All right, let's look at the lane assignments for the JV boys 200-meter dash. Lane 1 is Omar Trevino from Economides. Lane 2, Fernando Chila from Economides. Here's a name you'll know, Jake. Lane 3, Cito Rojas from Westco East.
Yes.
Lane 4, Sebastian Villarreal from Westco East, brother of J.R. Villarreal. Lane 5, Matthew Ortiz from Westlaco High School. Lane 6, Mark Lada from Westlaco High School. Lane 7, Hernan Rojas from Westlaco High School. And in Lane 8, Marcus Caceres from Edinburgh North. So 5 of the 8 runners are from WISD. And the two teams battling it out for the division champion on the JV level are Westco and Westco East. Currently leading the boys division, varsity, Westco East with 127 points, Westco High 110 points, third place PSG North with 97 points.
And 3 runners that are not using blocks. We only saw that once before.
In the sprints, I just, as an ex-track coach, Jake, I wouldn't allow it. Coach, I don't like the blocks. I don't care. Get in the blocks.
Yeah, you need that kick off the block.
Yeah. I don't know how you can run a sprint and not be in the blocks. You see on fault step coming out of the blocks. So this is the JV boys 200-meter dash. Following this race, we will give the results of the JV girls. But once again, it was Westlaco. Looks like Sebastian Villarreal, brother of J.R. Villarreal, may be in the lead. Cito Rojas in the picture. Matthew Ortiz in the picture. We'll have to get those results in just a second. Here they come. I was going to say out of the blocks, but a number of them were not in the blocks. But almost wire to wire, lane 4, freshman brother of J.R. Villarreal, Sebastian Villarreal, in lane 4. Lane 3 is Cito Rojas. Matthew Ortiz is in lane 5. In lane 6 was Mark Lada. I believe those are going to be the people pulling the points.
And East is going to get some points back here. Oh, no, I guess not.
Well,
They're going to get points.
they're going to get points. I just don't know if they gained a whole bunch back. And maybe 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 3 for East and 2 and 4 for High. I'm not sure. But let's look at the result of the Junior Varsity Girls 200. In 6th place, Cynthia Trevino from East. 5th place, Savannah Arguello from Edinburgh North. 4th place, Migdalia Cepeda from East. In 3rd place, Jazz Muniz from Westlaco. 2nd place, Ava Pettis from Westlaco. 1st place, Chantel Barrera from Westlaco. Her time, 28.35. Team standings, Westlaco JV Girls Division has 136 points. Second place with 105 points, Westlaco East. This is varsity girls 200-meter dash. Lane 1, Zictali Hernandez from East. In lane 2, Monica Walensky from Memorial. Lane 3, Alita Hernandez from Westlaco. Lane 4, Caitlin Allen East from Westlaco East. Lane 5, Natalie Martinez from Edinburgh. Lane 6, Stephanie Sauceda from Westlaco. Lane 7, Maddie Barr from Westlaco. Lane 8, Allison Marroquin, Conomedes. Middle of the track, fastest qualifier, Caitlin Allen East, running side by side with Elita Hernandez from Westlaco High School. And here comes Caitlin Allen East, pulling ahead, district champ in the 200. Westlaco first, Westlaco East first, Westlaco High second. That was a good strong run by Caitlin Allen East. Here they come out of the blocks. Caitlin claimed in a news article earlier this week that she is a bad starter. And if you look at the race right now, she is not in the lead. But when she turns and hits that 100-meter mark, she changes tempo and she moves out ahead. So your winner in the girls 200-meter dash will be Caitlin Allen East. In the junior varsity boys division, the final 6 are: in sixth place, Omar Trevino from Economedes. Fifth place, Fernando Chila from Economedes. Fourth place, Matthew Ortiz from Westlaco. Third place, Cito Rojas from Westlaco East. Second place, Mark Lotta from Westlaco. And the winner of the JV boys 200-meter dash, Sebastian Villarreal, Westlaco East, with a time of 24.28. Team points, Westlaco in the JV boys division, 161 points. Second place, Westlaco East, 158 points. Lane assignments for the varsity boys 200-meter dash. Lane 1, Omar Acevedo from North. Lane 2, Gerardo Zia from Edinburgh. Lane 3, Juan Badillo from Westlaco East. Lane 4, Sergio Murillo from Westlaco. Lane 5, Carlos Vela from Economedes. Lane 6, Angel Flores from Westlaco East. Lane 7, Jose Torres from PSJ North. Lane 8, Mike Garza, PSJ North. There is someone missing. Lane 5, I believe, is open. That's Carlos Vela from Economedes. So the middle of the track, we have Juan Badillo from Westlaco East and Sergio Murillo from Westlaco High School. Looks like Sergio Murillo and Juan Badillo.
With Edinburgh coming in, what?
Edinburgh third, I believe. So wire to wire, Sergio Murillo had a nice start out of lane 4. He had the fastest qualifying time. In lane 3, Juan Badillo, the second fastest qualifier, was in lane 5. He did not run in this race. Young man from Edinburgh right there actually moved slightly ahead of Juan Badillo, and he has to pass him here. Angel Flores pulls up out of lane 6, does not finish the race.
Third place, PSJ North, 78 points.
And there it is. Okay, let's look at the varsity girls 200-meter dash. In sixth place, Monica Walensky from PSJ Memorial. Fifth place, Maddie Ibarra from Westlaco. Fourth place, area qualifier, Natalie Martinez from Edinburgh. Third place, Stephanie Sauceda from Westlaco. Second place, Alita Hernandez from Westlaco. And your winner of the girls 200-meter dash varsity division with a time of 26.63, Caitlin Allen East from Westlaco East. Team points in the varsity girls division, Westlaco High has 191 points. Westlaco East has 70, and Edinburgh has 69.
Yeah, I can say I think they're safe right now.
Yeah. So before we start the JV Girls 1600, let's look at the varsity boys. 200 meters, sixth place, Mike Garza. Sixth place from PSA North. Jose Torres in 5th place from PSJ North. In 4th place, Omar Acevedo from Edinburgh North. In 3rd place, Gerardo Zea from Edinburgh. The runner-up in the varsity boys 200-meter dash from Wesco East, Juan Badia. And the winner of the varsity boys 200-meter dash with a time of 22.51 from Weslaco, Sergio Murillo. Team point standing after 15 events. In first place currently with 135 points, Wesco East. And second place with 120 points, Weslaco. And third place with 100 points, PSJ North. The junior varsity girls have 18 runners scheduled to run in the 1,600 meters, and that is 4 laps. 1,600 meters. The fastest qualifier is from PSJ North, Esther Vargas, with a time of 6 minutes. Justine Cantu from Wesco East with a qualifying time of 6:03. And we will catch you up on who is running as the race progresses. It does not look like... It's like 11 girls. I have 18 names. So we're not going to take time, folks. No disrespect to any of the runners, but we're not going to take the time to read 18 names when 11 girls are on the track. We will catch you up on who is doing what as they go around. But some of the runners to watch are wearing the bib numbers 7, 10, 11, those and 16 are some of the fastest qualifying times. And this is the beginning of the JV girls 1,600 meter or metric mile run.
200-meter dash, keep these boards for the medalist platform, so we can go ahead and announce, award you your medal.
Again, for those of you kind of keeping track, we have the 1,600 meter run. There'll be 4 divisions: JV girls, JV boys, varsity girls, varsity boys. And then there will be 4-mile relays or 1,600 meter relays. So we are technically down to 8 races or 2 events, whichever way you want to look at that, Jake. And we're going to get out of here, in
reasonable time.
Oh, yeah, prime time. You'll be able to sneak off to another game or something, somewhere if you want to. If Mama will allow.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
If being the optimum word there.
Yes.
But you know what? Looking ahead right now to the girls' 1,600 meter run, Alex Cruz is going to UT. She's from Edinburgh High, and Emily Suarez from Economies is going to TCU for cross country. So we've got 2 great runners in the 1,600. Followed by, and I'm trying to find out right now, Edinburgh North runner this year that beat Alex Cruz is not in here in the list, so I'm not sure why she's not.
Injury, eligibility. There's a lot of things that can happen in a school year. God forbid anything bad happens, but you never know. I'm at a baseball game last night, and I'm looking for a jersey number that I have seen before. And to this moment, I won't say what number I was looking for. To this moment, I don't know why I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I never found anybody that could answer my question. Where is so-and-so? And you never know. So as they come around this curve here and head to the straightaway camera, we'll try to pick up a number of the runner. Can you see it, Jake?
I can't. Yeah, everything looks like
number 7. Number 7 is
Esther Vargas.
Esther Vargas, who had the fastest qualifying time at 6 minutes. Number 10, Justine Cantu, which 2 of the ones I mentioned. Number 3.
Daniela Cruz. De la Cruz, excuse me.
Daniela De La Cruz.
From Economides.
So those are three
think
of your
it's
top runners. I see Pamela Hernandez
Yep, number 2 from Edinburgh
from
North.
Edinburgh North, right here coming across. And what that gentleman in the red shirt is telling them is they've got 2 laps remaining. 4 laps in the 1,600 meter run. There's a nice little upstairs picture of all the athletes. And okay, so Jake is finding out. People know everything up here. Now, what happened to this young lady?
Oh, one of the other good runners from Edinburgh North. She's only a freshman, Beth Ramos. She got hurt during soccer, so she hasn't healed yet.
So she is multi-talented.
Yeah. So.
But the talent in one sport caused her to be injured for the other.
Yeah, which is a shame because it's kind of one of those pick and choose. Sometimes it's going to happen where I went to high school with a guy that was really good at football, basketball, and track. How you jump 7.2 in the high jump, and he had to make a choice his senior year. He got turf toe. And he decided, I'm not going to jump anymore. He just focused on basketball after that.
So once again, that's number 7 is Esther Vargas from PSA North. Number 10 is Justine Cantu from Wesco East. And those are the top 2 runners in the JV girls 1,600 meter run.
And they're on their 3rd lap right now. So.
Yes, he's showing them one. We ought to hear a gun or a bell, one or the other. Maybe I heard a bell.
Or a cowbell.
Yeah. I think I may have heard about it.
Yeah, and you see them right now. They're kicking into another gear right now. They're trying to around the curve right now. You'll see them trying to spread the distance a little bit.
Yeah, but is that 7 or 10 that's opened the lead?
No, I still believe that's number
7. That's still
Esther Vargas.
Esther Vargas.
Yeah, and she started it once she passed the the finish line.
She's 30 meters ahead right now. Yeah, she's a full 30 ahead right now.
And really, there's some distance right there between 2nd and 3rd, too.
Right.
So,
but there's 200 meters left in the race.
Yeah, you never know if you're going to hit that wall.
Someone really wants to turn it on. There's a chance. I really get nervous until they get off the 150 mark.
Yeah.
Which is right there behind that flag, behind the high jump pit. Right now, she's in good. She's running against time right now. Yeah, her best time reported coming in was 6 minutes flat. She's going to blow that out of the water.
Yeah, she's 5:30 right now.
Yeah, she's going to be in the 5:40s probably. Yeah. I mean, that's almost a 20-second improvement.
And you see her too right now. She's kicking it harder and harder.
She can see herself and she can see her time. You catch that in NFL and college. There's guys running for a touchdown, looking at the scoreboard to see who's chasing them. Well, you catch runners here all the time on track. Peeking up at the scoreboard.
Let's go, Corbin!
That's Justine Cantu from Easton 2nd. That's number 3. Daniela De La Cruz and 3rd. That's number 16. Carmen Garcia from Edinburgh North and 4th. Number 2, Pamela Hernandez from Edinburgh North. That's number 15. Shania Vasquez from Edinburgh High School. And number 18, Nancy Ibarra from PSA North. Those will be some of your top finishers in the JV girls 1,600 meters. So the track meet for the JV girls is down to 1 race. They'll run the mile relay, and that'll be it. Coming up here real soon. Let's take a quick look at the JV boys 1,600 meter run. And we are still neck and neck, Wesco East. Wesco has Basilio Bazan, Renee Ortiz, and Irving Avila running in the 1,600 meter JV division. And Wesco East has Juan Ortiz, Jose Coronado, and David Burciaga. So each school has 3 runners running in this race. Let's see if we can pick up
The
someone
fastest time right now is a 4:42:40 by
Josh
Edinburgh North.
Doria.
Yeah, from Edinburgh
There
North.
was a Doria a few years ago. I'm betting relative from Edinburgh North.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm betting relative distance runner. 442 is impressive.
We've got a 4:55 from Magdiel Martinez from PSG North.
I see a 506, a 511.
4:58.
Some of these, 458. Some of these some varsity kids, the coaches didn't input a time. Doesn't mean they don't have a time. They just didn't put it in.
Yeah.
So there could be a surprise that doesn't have a time listed there. But it looks like they're seeing themselves on the big screen and it's fun to watch. But there are 21 runners scheduled to run. I don't know that there are 21 young men standing there right now.
I saw one praying right before the race. So
Once again, this is John Boswell for K West and Jake Berry for 956 Sports at Bobby Lackey Stadium for the District 31 6A Track and Field Championships. We are on to the JV Boys 1600 meter run.
it's like a cattle call right there.
Yeah. Well, and the area of the state, I'm guaranteeing you go into Dallas for their district and you're not seeing 21 guys in the mile.
No.
But you might see 5 heats of the 100.
Yeah, yeah. And right now you'll see him move up a little bit.
Yeah. They'll move up into the waterfall.
On your mark.
I'm kind of half surprised that they didn't stagger some of them, but you don't know everyone's time. That's hard to do. So let's look at the result of the JV girls 1600 meter run. In sixth place, Shania Vasquez from Edinburgh. Fifth place, Pamela Hernandez from Edinburgh North. Fourth place, Carmen Garcia from Edinburgh North. Third place, Daniela De La Cruz from Economides. Second place, Justine Cantu from Wesco East. And the winner of the JV Girls 1600 meter run from PSG North with a time of 5 minutes 44.06 seconds, Esther Vargas. Team standings in the JV Girls division. First place, Westlaco has 136 points. Second place, Wesco East with 113 points. Currently leading the JV boys division there, number 5, Juan Ortiz. Number 7, Emmanuel Soto. Number 10, Joseph Paez. Those are your leaders currently in the JV boys 1600 meter run. There's Coach Tom Owens from Wesco East. Lending the voice to his young men. What a great job Tom Owens has done with cross country and track. The only track coach in the history of Wesco East.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
he's been there since school opened. You know, you could say that with Coach Quare before he retired. You can say that with Coach Cromer.
Mm-hmm.
There's still a few. Albert Guerra, the softball coach, is the only one in school history. You can say that with a handful of them.
And right now you see, I'm not sure his number right now, but he's with the green shoes. I'm waiting to see if he's going to try to stretch this out, play rabbit on
Is
this.
that 2 or 7? I believe
it's
it's
2.
2
That's-
is Josh Doria, the one with the fastest time we just talked about.
So he might be trying to stretch this out a little bit,
I can't
Play
remember
rabbit.
the exact year, Jake, but I was coaching track at Dawn. I had a young man named Juan Davila, who was one of the better distance runners in the valley. And one of his battles was always with a young man named Doria from Edinburgh North. I can't come up with a first name, but I know the last name is correct. So I'm guessing brother, cousin, but some relationships. That's not a real common name, I don't believe.
No.
Doria. And
But-
he is opening
yeah, he's got about 10?
a can of worms on the rest of the field. And he's going to be about 15. Yeah, he's about 15 ahead, meter-wise.
And the leaders right now, the 1, 2, and 1 and 2 are pulling away from the pack right now.
Yeah, that's Josh Doria. And then second, right behind, number 5, Juan Ortiz from Wesco East. Wesco East, Wesco High are in slug out in the JV boys division. And I'm sure that's why Coach Owens was lending his voice. That's Joshua Doria, number 2. Number 5, Juan Ortiz. I see number 7 from PSA Memorial. That's Esther Vargas. No, well, that's
Yes, Vargas.
Emmanuel Soto. Sorry, got the girls division instead of the boys division. And then I see Jose Coronado from East. So East is trying to get
At least 2.
2 runners in the picture at least. And there's a third East runner trying to get in the picture. Trying to give themselves a little bit of a cushion going into the mile relay.
And Doria is trying to stretch that out right now. It doesn't really look like he's pulling away, but he's controlling that lead that he has
Let
right
me tell
now.
you what, 4:42 for a JV mile in the varsity division, that would be 7th place. So I guess he's running in the right division.
I think I'm running about a 15-minute mile or so.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
Yeah.
on a good day with
You
the
know,
wind.
it would take me 15 miles to run a minute. Or no,
Wait.
wait, that didn't sound right.
But no, you look right now. Now he's starting to stretch it out a
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit. He's got the curve, about half of the
he's
curve.
maybe a full 50
Yeah.
ahead.
And there's a little bit of a lead right now between 2nd and 3rd, but 3rd, 4th, 5th, and
Yeah, are still at question. Yeah, he's gonna come in 440, 450, which is what he's run before. There's a possibility of 3 Easts in the top
Yeah.
5. But there's Joshua Doria from Edinburgh North. That's Juan Ortiz. That's David Burciaga, and that's Jose Coronado. So there's going to be a few points added on to the JV team total for the JV Wildcat boys team. So we'll get those results pretty quickly.
Race will start. We'll have participants on the track.
Okay, here we come again. This is Josh Doria from Edinburgh North. Like Jake and I were talking.
yeah, he controlled this from the get-go.
And sometimes it's deceiving when we get the fastest qualifying time. They have not won every race, but this one was correct.
Yes.
It said he was going to win by a pretty good margin, and he won by a decent margin.
And, getting ready for the next race, which is the girls' 1,600-meter run varsity, you're going to see right away Alex Cruz is going to – she doesn't like to sit in the back.
Jake, she's got by 20, almost 25 seconds the fastest time.
Yeah. And last year in the Meet of Champs,
That's a good 200.
She didn't let anybody come close. She does this during cross country. There she is right there. She doesn't let anybody. There's Emily Suarez, who's going to TCU. Sweetheart, by the way. Great basketball player. Great point guard.
But you know what? She's run 24 seconds faster than Emily. And
Yeah.
Emily's good enough to go to college and
Yeah.
run.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And, you're going to see right now, she's going to take off. And when she takes off, she stretches it out. And there's been girls that have tried to step up and take the lead on her, like from the get-go, because Alex is a front runner. But she doesn't want it. She doesn't take it. She gets right back in front.
Though, being honest, at the next level, she's going to have to learn to run different style of races, because she's going to get with people that can run with her and kick, or she's going to get with people that can hang back and kick and beat her. I mean, you're going to have to learn to run different races, because you're going to meet a different caliber of a person
On your mark.
than you see every day. Big 12 runners, NCAA level runners, they're a whole different world.
Yeah, they kick differently. They
Oh,
don't,
yeah.
they don't go out right away. But you'll see right away. There she goes. She's already separating herself.
I'm not from second place, but from the pack, she's already 20 meters ahead. And
in few
she's a
minutes.
good 10 from second.
Yeah, she's going to stretch this out. And Emily's one of those, I stay in the middle of the pack until about the third round, or third lap, and then I just take off.
Okay, while she's dominating, let's look at the 1600 meter JV boys division. Sixth place was Joseph Baez from Edinburgh North. Fifth place, Jose Coronado from East. Fourth place, David Burciaga from East. In third place, Emmanuel Soto from PSG Memorial. In second place, Juan Ortiz from Wesco East. And the winner with a time of 4:49.59, Joshua Doria from Edinburgh North. Team standings, JV boys division. Going into the 1600 meter relay, Wesco East has 172 points. Wesco High has 161 points. So the JV boys division is going to come down to the mile relay.
And what you see right now is that there's a pack, and the pack is
she's
still close to second. But yeah, she's got a stretch.
well over 50 meters ahead. She's about to cross the 50 and nobody's hit the goal line.
Yeah, right now, yeah.
Yeah.
So about 50 meters, or 50 yards, excuse me.
Yeah, she's well over 50 yards, maybe close to 50 meters ahead. That is impressive. I don't care who you are, where you're watching this from.
And they say
This young lady has run a 4:57 mile and may be on track to break that.
and they say her time actually is comparable to the best that UT has right now. So when she goes in there, she's not going to be one of those. We've had players that go play some other sports and they ride the pine. She's not going to be somebody that rides the pine there.
Well, in many sports, it's an eye test. I think you're a better player than that guy. Track is concrete.
Comes down to numbers.
Yeah, it's concrete. You jump 7 foot and I jump 6'10", you're a better jumper. But you look better doing it. You know? Yeah. Track is the ultimate. You earned it. You're the top 3 runner, thrower, jumper, whatever.
And Emily Suarez from Economides, the one who's going to TCU, she's actually putting herself in front of the pack right now. Not saying that she's separating herself from the pack, but right now she's putting herself into second place in front of.
Wow, Jake, she's close to 100.
Yeah.
About 85 meters ahead right now.
And I say this, and I say this not because I coach there or teach there, but she is one of you talk to her, she's ultra competitive, but she also she's one of those people that takes it serious, like her diet.
She's got to be disciplined enough to be competitive with her because nobody else can be. Mm-hmm. So she's got to beat her every day, every meet, or she wouldn't be this good because she could go half effort and be ahead by 20 meters right now.
Yeah.
And most people would say, yeah, you got your gold medal. She doesn't care about the gold medal. She's got a watch on. She's watching the clock on the scoreboard. She's running at a time that she and her coach or somebody has sat down with her and said, let's break 4:55 today or something to that effect.
And Emily's looking at the clock right now. She's looking to see how far her stretch is away from.
How far her stretch, and she's also looking at time.
Yeah.
Because, okay, maybe I'm going to take second to Alex Cruz. There's no shame in that, but let's break 5:21 that I've run before.
And you were trying to get your PB, your PR.
Sure.
You're trying to.
And you're going to run an area in a week. Heck, I take second to her and go to regionals. That's the way you want to run things. But yeah, she's in a class of her own, and she's running a race all by herself right now, and it's very impressive. And Jake, you actually know her and get to see her. Tell her on my behalf that I'm very impressed and excited to get to see her run again next week.
I know I'm going to have to take a little bit of video here off the screen here. But it's incredible to see her run because,
Okay, she's not gonna match her time. Nobody pushed her. She's gonna be a little over 5 minutes, but
dominated.
Yeah, let's look at second place coming through. Okay, she was like 5:06, 5:07. Let's look at the difference. Okay, and we'll get it officially when they give us the results. But Miss Emily here coming across from Economides. That's like 18 seconds behind her.
Yeah. And
I mean, who wins a race by 18 seconds? You know, that's running in a whole different world.
Pass him, Lexi! Pass her! Pass her, let's go!
You know, and Westlaco has that big, easy lead right now, Jake, and they had one runner in this event.
yes. Yeah.
But
But
you know
incredible.
what? They'll run the mile relay, and they'll do it well. Okay, so let's look at the participants in the boys 1600 meter. And the fastest qualifiers, the two fastest qualifiers coming in, are Javen Cordova, who won the 800, and Albert Herrera, who took second yesterday in the 3200. Both from Wesco East, and both have run around the 420 mark. Man, this is impressive, Jake. Alex Cruz, Edinburgh High School. You've done your school, your city, your family proud. That's an outstanding job. So we're in a neck-to-neck here fight. Wesco East for district championship in the varsity boys division. And Westlaco is running Giovanni Vela, Dario Gallegos, and Juan Manzano in the 1600 meters. And Wesco East is running Javen Cordova, Albert Herrera, and Brian Vela. So again, each team has 3 runners in the 1600 meter run. Your fastest qualifier ran at the Texas Relays a time of 4:19.3. Javen Cordova of Wesco East. He's your fastest qualifier. Again, as they go around and we pick up the numbers, we'll give you an identifier on who's doing well.
Officially.
Okay, we have a clean start. The boys 1600 meter run varsity division. Let's look at the girls' official results. 6th place, Angela Nuno from Edinburgh North.
Totals in the varsity girls.
5th place, Vianney Sanchez from Edinburgh. In 4th place, area qualifier Ana Ochoa from Economides. 3rd place, Violet Torres from PSG Memorial. 2nd place, Emily Suarez from Economides. And the winner by almost 20 seconds from Edinburgh High School with a time of 5 minutes, 0.06.74 seconds, Alejandra Cruz, Alex Cruz, Edinburgh High School, the winner, girls 1600 meter run. First place currently in the girls division, Wesco 191 points, Edinburgh 81 points. Okay, the boys are running in a pack with the runner from PSG North.
Yep.
Number 9 is currently in the lead. That's Julian Gomez. Looks like Edinburgh North followed by PSG North followed by 2 Edinburgh North, followed by Javen Cordova. Javen was your fastest qualifier. If I remember correctly, Javen usually starts moving around the second lap. Coming out of the second lap, that is, not during the second lap. Early in the third lap, he likes to start opening things up.
Opening things up like a
Well,
can of something.
well, he has a 7-second lead in personal best over second place.
Yeah. So,
And he is a veteran as a junior now of running this race. And he's become nearly a specialist in the half mile. So, Coach Owens take Albert Herrera just moved into second place there from East. And he now runs the 2 mile and the mile. And Javen runs the half mile and mile. and they're state qualifiers in cross country, and they're currently 1-2 right here in this race. And there's a 30s kid. I don't know if he's going to get in the top 6. But this, team point wise, this could be a big jump right here. Because if they finish 1-2, Jake, that's 18 points.
Yeah. And right now, you see them. They're slightly pulling away. And who's that in second place?
That's that's East. And then Edinburgh North is third and fourth.
Yeah.
But there's the other East kid coming up behind number 8, Brian Vela. So right now, East is first, second, and fifth. With 1 lap to go. Junior, Javen Cordova, senior, Albert Herrera, both from Wesco East, bringing it around in the 1,600-meter run, varsity boys division.
And those first two are drafting against. I mean, it sounds like NASCAR, but actually,
well, it's true.
But
yes,
it's true. They're
it
drafting
is true.
against each other, just like the two Edinburgh North ones were until.
Yeah, they separated. Here comes Albert. And here comes, actually,
A little bit of a slowdown.
one of the Edinburgh North guys is going to get them both.
It seemed like they both slowed down themselves. Like they messed.
You know, I don't know who the Edinburgh North guy is. It may be
Number 3.
Tristan Pena. It is.
Yeah.
And he is the third fastest qualifier. But again, this could be a little bit of a surprise because here comes the other Edinburgh North guy. Now he's out of the picture.
Yeah, he's out of the picture. But the two East runners seem to mess each other up at that right around the corner, right around the.
Well, they're going to end up with 14 points, and I know we're looking at team championship, and again we're looking at qualifying, and there comes the other East. So they went 2, 3, and 5.
Yeah. So not too shabby.
That's exactly what you're trying to do. Individually, you know, Javen's run the fastest time in the Valley this year, and he just got beat in that race. But you know what? All you're trying to do is move to the next level.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be district champion, Jake.
Yeah.
But you know what? I will take second in district and be area champion.
Yeah.
You know, the Super Bowl champion isn't always the conference winner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd rather be the wild card team and be the champion, but it's going to be Tristan Pena, followed by Albert Herrera, followed by Javen Cordova. And I know Javen well enough. He's not going to be happy with that time. And we'll get those results in just a minute. But there is one event left. There are 4 races, but one event, and that's the 1,600-meter relay. And, Jake, this is my favorite event. A lot of reasons. One, it's the last one, so as a coach, you know, you can go get on the bus. But I think it's like the funnest one to watch. So let's look at the lane assignment for the girls' JV division. Lane 1, PSJ North. Lane 2, Wesco East. Lane 3, Edinburgh North. Lane 4, Westlaco. Lane 5, PSJ Memorial. Lane 6, Edinburgh. And Lane 8, Economides. Those are the lane assignments for the JV girls 1,600-meter relay. You know, while we're getting down to the last event, again, I want to thank everybody from K-West and thank Jake Berry from 956 Sports for giving me a buddy in the press box. It gets real lonely up here sometimes. I know you know that because you've been up by yourself. Nice to have someone to bounce stuff off of. But running the show tonight is Julian Olivares, and on graphics and the audio, Darlene Gracia. Mario Palacio is doing a great job with the replay. Val Zamora, the important man on the camera at the finish line. The videographer upstairs, Rafael Cavazos, and the straightaway camera is run by my man Don Ramirez, and all of it is spearheaded by Steve Valdez at K-West with the WISD School Board and the superintendent, Dr. Ruben Alejandro. This has been K-West and 956 Sports. jointly showing the District 31 6A Track and Field Championships, and I'm sure we'll be back together next Thursday, Jake.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be working too. I'm working during the day, and more than likely I'll be up here with you.
All right. But we'll be here for the area track meet coming up this Thursday. About to start the JV girls 1,600 meter relay.
We're about ready to start the race.
On your mark. Set.
Okay, this is the start of the JV girls 1,600 meter relay. Let's look at the varsity boys 1,600 meter run results. 6th place, Rolando Ramon from Edinburgh. 5th place, Brian Vela from Weslaco East. Area qualifier, Aldo Nava from Edinburgh North. 3rd place, Javen Cordova, Wesco East. 2nd place, Albert Herrera, Wesco East, and the district champion in the 1,600 meter run from Edinburgh North, Tristan Pena with a time of 4:29.35. Team standing wise, PSG Memorial has 35 points. Edinburgh High has 35 points. Edinburgh North has 51. Conomedes has 65. PSG North has 100. Weslaco is in second place with 120 points. And your current leader in the boys division with 151 points, Wesco East. And there's the first handoff. Is that Edinburgh there, Jake?
Yes, it is.
That's JV girls division. Looks like the Edinburgh Lady Bobcats are out in front. And the JV girls division of the 1,600 meter relay. This runner gets to get to the cones and they can cut in now.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the
So, Jake, it looks like in the boys division, the decision has been made.
And Weslaco East with that
Wesco
last.
East is going to be the district champions in 31-6A. Wesco High girls going to be the district champion in 31-6A.
And it came down to the 1,600 meter run, really, that put them
It came
spread it
down
out.
in the girls division. It's out of hand.
Yes.
In the JV boys division, Wesco East has an 11-point lead on Weslaco. So that one is not sewn up. And Weslaco High has a 20-point lead over Wesco East in the JV girls division. So it looks like every division of this track meet is going to be won by a team that resides in Weslaco.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't make the AD, Dr. Ruben Alejandro, the superintendent, and the AD, Oscar Riojas, athletic coordinators Eddie Serna and Michael Burgett from Easton High, if that does not make them all happy, and of course, Pablo Almaguer and Wesco High girls and Tom Owen, Wesco East boys, their staffs, and great job, the trainers. It's a group effort by a lot of people to make a track meet happen and to make a track team happen. Right now, it looks like we have the Edinburgh girls in the JV division.
Yeah, that's Roxburgh, Natalie Roxburgh. She's running the third leg of this.
And it's followed by Weslaco, Economedes, and East.
Roxburgh was the starting power forward for the Lady Bobcats, and she'll be handing off to the last girl, who is, let me see, Monique Chavez.
Ah.
And this was the first year that a lot of the girls from basketball went out to track. There was a big push by the head basketball coach to push his girls because they didn't want to. Originally
Well,
they wanted
I
to
never
stay.
coached basketball, but I had children play basketball, and with any sport, I think there's things that can happen in other sports that help round you out. And if your favorite thing is volleyball, throwing a baseball and serving a volleyball are very similar activities.
Yeah.
I mean, there's certain things, you're swinging a bat and throwing a discus, believe it or not, are very similar.
Yes.
I just think there's some things you can gain.
And look right here at
Here
Weslaco.
comes Weslaco. They don't want to lose at anything, these girls. But you know, their coach, Pablo Olaguer, one of the best hurdlers and jumpers ever in the Valley. Runner at Pan Am, he was the same way.
And Wesco's going to take this one.
They're going to take that one. They're already ahead, slightly. There's East.
He should finish 4th with Econ 5th and Edinburgh North 6th again. Looks like.
Oh, and we have it looks like we have one, the Edinburgh girl. You know,
They're all.
It's been a long day, guys. Some of that is emotion. Some of that is it's hotter than you think it is, and it's humid. Some of that is just it's over, a relief.
We're lucky to say that it's cold up here.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
So those.
I'm sure my wife, when I see her right after the meet, and I tell her, God, I'm freezing, that guys, I brought a jacket because at the last meet, it got chilly up here. You don't hear any complaints, though. I'd rather have chilly than sweaty, so no problem. But they're the girls from Wesco High School JV Girls Division, the winners of the 1,600-meter relay, and I think we're going to find out the winners of the track meet. And coming up is the JV Boys Division of the 1,600-meter relay. Lane 2 will be Wesco East. Lane 3 will be Economides. Lane 4 will be Edinburgh North. Lane 5, Edinburgh. Lane 6, Westlaco. And then Lane 7, PSJ Memorial. Jake, is this the division where we're not sure who's winning yet? Is it the JV Boys, right?
Yeah, it was close. Nope, thank you.
Okay, so we have the JV girls results in the 1,600-meter relay. 6th place, Edinburgh North. 5th place, Economides. 4th place, East. 3rd place, PSA North. 2nd place, Edinburgh. And the winner, time of 4 minutes and 30.96 seconds, Westlaco. They were the winners of the girls' 1,600-meter relay. We'll go over the girls' championship point totals in just a second. We're about to start the boys' 1,600-meter relay JV division. So in the girls' JV division point totals, 7th place PSA Memorial has 23 points. Edinburgh North's in 6th with 58. 5th place Economides has 67 points. 4th place Edinburgh has 90 points. The girls' JV team from PSA North in 3rd place with 100 points. 2nd place team in the JV girls division with 121 points, Wesco East. And making it a clean sweep on the girls' side in the JV and varsity division, the championship trophy will go to the ladies from Westlaco with 156 points in the JV division. Looks like Westlaco has a slight lead right here in the JV boys 1,600-meter relay. I believe Wesco East has a slight lead over Wesco High in this division. Let me see if I can look that up for you. And it looks like Wesco East and Wesco High right there battling it out. Yeah, Wesco East has an 11-point lead over Wesco High and the JV boys division. 11 points. Again, if I read that right. And they're currently 1-2 in the JV boys 1,600-meter relay. But here comes Economides making a move. They moved into 2nd place. Economides, the handoff goes to East. Economides, Wesco High, Edinburgh, PSA Memorial, and Edinburgh North.
Thank you for your cooperation.
And you see right now they're starting to bunch up around the corners. And it looks like Economides is going to...
Economides, Westlaco are moving up.
Yes.
Westlaco right now is boxed in by Economides. Can't get around.
And he basically has to ride the heels.
Right, and it wouldn't be wise to pass anyway, but here comes Economides off the curve.
Very hard to do, too, around the curve, trying to go on the outside.
So it's going to be East, Economides, Westlaco coming down the straightaway. East Economides slightly ahead. We're going to hand it off to the anchor, correct?
Yes, the last and final one.
And the anchor for Wesco East, anchor for Wesco High, currently Economides has a slight lead.
Yeah, and Economides took off pretty fast. I don't know if this is the kind of pace that you can sustain the entire way, but he's trying to create some distance. But East is staying with him.
East is trying to stay with him, but the thing East is worried about is all they have to do
Stay in
is
front of
finish
Westlaco.
the race and not be more than 2 spots behind Westlaco because they have an 11-point lead.
Yeah.
So
and right now they're sitting pretty. So
if there are no flags or anything, that will be.
But an impressive run right here by Economides.
Very
this
impressive
last
run.
leg, which is
I'm guessing
Mark
that,
Martinez.
Yes, that's what would be my guess. You know, it's written down here in that order. Doesn't mean they have to run it in that order.
I'm not sure what
maybe Brandon Pettis.
I'm not sure what that split is, but that was a pretty good split.
337 on the JV level, Jake. That's a pretty good run.
Yeah.
Nobody said they could run 337 coming in on the times listed. But we'll get that result in just a second. And the team division winners on the JV boys division. You know, the second or third runner for Economides put them in great shape coming off that last curve. And the last runner or two held on.
But it looks like Westlaco East will actually take the crown in the
Right.
JV boys division. So that's
And varsity boys.
yes.
So Wesco High girls win varsity and JV, and Wesco East boys win varsity and JV. Can't be a much better day for WSD. Let's look at the lane assignments for the varsity girls 1600 meter relay. Lane 1, Wesco East. Lane 2, Economides. Lane 3, PSJ Memorial. Lane 4, Westlaco, featuring Angela Virial as their anchor. Lane 5, Edinburgh. Lane 6, Edinburgh North. Lane 7, PSJ North. Westlaco and PSJ Memorial have 2 of the better times. Let's look at the JV boys division. 6th place, Edinburgh North. 5th place, PSJ Memorial. 4th place, Edinburgh. 3rd place, Westlaco. 2nd place, Wesco East. And the winner of the JV boys 1600 meter relay with a time of 3:38.10, Economides. Point totals: 7th place, PSJ North with 17. Edinburgh has 36. PSJ Memorial has 37. Edinburgh North has 44. In 3rd place, Economides with 125 points. 2nd place in the JV boys division with 173 points, Westlaco, and the winner of the JV boys division, District 31 6A Track and Field Championship with 188 points, Wesco East.
Now, the interesting thing about this girls 4x400 or 1600 meter relay is that Emily Suarez is actually running this one for Economides. She's going to be running the 3rd spot, and Alex Cruz is going to be running the 4th spot for Edinburgh. So you're going to get to see them run in, I don't want to say not a traditional manner, but one lap for them is kind of a.
But it tells you the kind of athlete that Alex Cruz is,
yeah.
that you can convert from a mile to foot speed.
Yeah.
You know, the young man I talked about earlier today that I coached, Juan Davila, for 2 years, anchored my mile relay at Donna, ran last. And I did that for 2 reasons. One, coming off the mile, it gave him some rest. And 2, he hated to lose.
Mm-hmm.
I want the one running last and not like to lose.
And Angela Villarreal, I'm sorry, I forgot to look.
She runs 4th.
She's running the 4th.
And she doesn't like to lose.
Yeah, she doesn't like to lose, and they have the freshman who I got to see yesterday jump, Eleanor Arndt, is going to be starting this off for Westlaco.
Right. And Stephanie and Alyssa. I mean, that's not a bad 4 there for the lady.
And Arndt's not
Lady
usually a
Pathway.
block, so we're going to see how this starts out. A couple of them are 3 that I can see.
Yeah, I don't like it, but you got 400 meters. Well, you're talking hurdles, 100 or 200. I think you got to be in the blocks, but you know what? These people have their coaches, and their coaches have them doing certain things, and I'm not the coach, so I'm not going to question. Because she's running
And Eleanor's running really well.
inspired, yes.
Because she's already passed.
Well, you know, she's kind of the rookie with a bunch of veterans down there. If you look at those names, you got the district champion in the hurdles, and the district champion in the 200, and the district champion in the pole vault.
Yeah.
And you're a freshman.
Well, and you know, sometimes that's a good thing because they don't know any better.
Right.
They don't know that they're supposed to be scared.
They don't know they're supposed to be scared, but they don't want to be the weak link.
Yeah.
You know.
And the good thing is she gets to start this out. So if she runs,
Wow, she's going to put him
Yeah.
in first place. She's made up to stagger. Again, you don't know who's winning. Watch the handoff. And I believe Eleanor's going to make the handoff first. In fact, it's already been made. And Alyssa De Leon is gone.
and it's really a struggle right now for for 3 and 4 right now. They're so far behind.
Oh, yeah. She's cutting in. She's 20 meters ahead. Almost exactly 20 right now.
Because Arndt had the toughest spot of having to run in her lane the
Right,
entire
right.
way, and she made up time there a
Yeah.
lot of times.
You know what? They probably told the freshman, you're running first, don't jump. That's probably why
Yeah.
she's not blocked. And we'll be fine.
Yeah,
You stay in your lane, don't jump, we'll be fine.
because they have half of a curve.
Look
right
at
now.
that. Well, that's what I was telling you at the Meet of Champs. They came within .13 from breaking the Meet of Champ record in a windy day with no one near them. Have you ever seen a runner finish a 400 smiling, Jake? Alyssa's smiling. And there's the handoff to Stephanie.
And there's a little struggle right there with the Economides to get Emily the baton, but Emily will have the baton for
Well,
the third leg.
Yeah,
But look at Wesley goes. I don't know.
you haven't given them anything to work with.
Yeah, 40,
Jake,
40,
we're
40 yards away.
50.
50.
50. Your first 2.5 runners put you 50 meters ahead.
Yeah, she's hitting the curve, and everybody's.
Yeah, she's at the top of the curve, and they're hitting the goal line.
So they were teasing everybody in the prelims.
Well, they didn't run prelims in this. They just
Oh, that's right. They
sent
don't.
in a time. But they beat that time at the Meet of Champs, but they probably had to turn the time in before that. So, and she's going to hand it to Angela, and Angela's got no reason to run, but she's going to. No, they're not even. Yeah, there's Angela.
Yeah.
No,
And then there goes Angela. Yeah.
I know they would love to break 4 minutes. They ran 4:01 at the Meet of Champs.
And Alex Cruz from Edinburgh just got the baton, and we'll see how she does now.
Look at Angela. She's 80 meters ahead.
4 minutes, 01.06 seconds.
I want to see. Now, this is just me as knowing her really well. Alex has already moved into third place from when they got the baton. I think they were in 5th place.
Yeah.
And she's trying to catch PSG Memorial, who's in 2nd place.
So what you're telling me a little bit is she is carrying 3 other girls to area with her.
It looks like it.
Because she's going to be in the top 4,
Yeah, I mean, if you see her right now, she's.
and they didn't put her in position. She put them in the position. Angela broke 4 minutes. Let's go, Lady Panthers. What a way to end a track meet. You're the district champs in the 1,600 meter relay. You're the district champs. You run a personal best, a valley best in the last event of the day. And we actually saw one of the runners finish her leg with a smile on her face.
Yes.
And you know, that may have been Jake. She knew what time she needed to make her handoff. And
Yeah.
she may have looked up there and say, oh, yeah, I'm going to make my handoff in record time. So it's going to be interesting to see what their exact time is. But anything under 4 minutes is impressive. And I know they're under 4 minutes. Here comes Angela. Let's see if we catch her peeking up the scoreboard. Because, the time I talked to her, she said she was looking at the time on the clock.
Look
in
at
the
those.
meter champ.
She hasn't looked over at all. She's just looking straight ahead.
And she doesn't decelerate
doesn't.
at all. She ran through. I'm excited. And you know what? The girls knew they they could have not run like the last half of the track meet and still won.
Yeah, they had enough points.
Yeah, but that's not how you do things. That's not how you become successful. And that's a great effort. Let's look at the lane assignments for the varsity boys. Lane 1 will be PSJ North. Lane 2 will be Edinburgh North. Lane 3 will be Westlaco. Lane 4, PSJA Memorial. Lane 5, Westco East. Lane 6, Economides. And in Lane 7, Edinburgh. So those are the lane assignments in the varsity boys 1,600 meter relay. Okay, let's see. All right. Varsity girls 1,600 meter relay results. PSJ North was in 6th. Edinburgh North was in 5th. Area qualifier in 4th. Economides. Your girl got them all the way to 3rd place. Edinburgh, the ladies from Edinburgh, anchored by Alex Cruz. Area qualifiers in 3rd place, bronze medalist. 2nd place, PSJ Memorial. And the winner of the girls 1,600 meter relay, Eleanor Arndt, Alyssa De Leon, Stephanie Sauceda, and Angela Villarreal run a blistering 3 minutes, 57.87 seconds. The 1,500 meter. And the girls from Westlaco High School, the winners of the District 31 6A trophy, scoring 211 points. Congratulations, Lady Panthers.
Incredible.
Congratulations. Coaching staff, congratulations, Pablo Almaguer. Here we go. The last race of the day.
And we're right at 7:09, so, almost right on time.
Right on time. Now, if you need me to, Jake, I will call your wife and tell her that we need to be here until 9. But I'm just thinking about finding a place to eat with all these buses. It really limits.
Yeah, I don't think anything nearby.
Yeah, it really limits where you want to eat in Westlaco when all the buses are around.
And this is where it's very important to have a great starter on this.
Yeah, I'm not sure who is starting for. On paper, it says Daniel Martinez is starting for Westlaco and J.R. Villarreal is starting for Westlaco East. The best 300-meter hurdler in the track meet should be able to run a good 400 meters without
You'd hope
hurdles.
so, yeah.
So
You see right
it looks
now.
like PSG Memorial,
Wow.
who has the fastest qualifying time, Jake. So,
Yes.
so they look to be in good shape. And there's JR, and there's Economides, and there's the boys from Edinburgh. And those are the 4 teams right now who
And
are.
Westlaco looks to be struggling right now.
They're right in the picture right here. Economides,
PSG Memorial. is
Memorial,
Vicente Rodriguez.
Economides, East, kind of all right together. And Edinburgh.
Memorial's taking off again, and now they'll be able to come in.
Yep. He's got a pretty nice little lead right there.
This reminds me of Westlaco.
Yeah, they run off and left everybody. But they're by like 4 seconds the fastest qualifier.
Yeah.
So, and they haven't, team-wise, they haven't done a whole lot.
I'm not sure who this is on the outside in
You know
white.
what? That is
Edinburgh North. My
Edinburgh
goodness.
North.
Edinburgh North.
You got to have 4 guys, though,
Yeah.
to kind of do that. So we have,
Oh, bobble right there by Edinburgh.
right,
And they almost stumbled.
so we have Memorial East, Economides with Edinburgh North really coming up. But Memorial's got a comfortable lead.
But
Whoa, here comes Edinburgh North.
yeah, they're making a move right now.
It's going to come down to the anchor. I believe anchoring for East is going to be freshman Derek Ibarra.
Wow.
And on paper, anchoring for Economides is going to be Jesse Gonzalez. And for Edinburgh North, Michael Cantu.
But impressive.
Oh,
impressive.
Economidis is going to get the handoff first.
Wow. Impressive by PSG Memorial, though, because every one of their exchanges has been pure. It's been very true to form.
Let's see what the freshman does here, Jake. He took the baton. Guess what?
He's going to pass Economidis right now.
Yeah. Well, he sometimes you work so hard to catch him,
And then look,
it's hard to pass him.
Economidis just took off right now.
Yeah, he works so hard to catch him. I believe that's Derek Ibarra.
Yeah, and Economidis is doing a good job of catching up to PSG.
No, that's
Memorial.
not. That's Rosendo Garza, anchoring for Wesco East. I believe he placed like 5th in the 400.
Economidis is making a move.
Economidis is going to make.
Yes.
Oh, I wouldn't want to pick it. East is going to be 3rd.
That was an incredible finish.
And here comes Edinburgh and Wesco High. I would not. You know what? The boys on replay. Excuse me. Here they come, Jake.
And you
The
see
big
him
man
laboring.
from
He's laboring.
Yeah.
He's a bigger runner. You know.
You know what their coach's thinking is? I think let's give him enough lead that he can hold on.
Yeah.
If we run him early, we won't be ahead, and the guys will have a hard time.
And you know, right there, he looked up at the screen. I don't know if that was the smartest thing because.
Well, look at this effort by Economidis. And Economidis is going to be the district champion. What
Incredible
a shot.
finish.
Nice shot, Val. Great shot at the finish line by the K-West crew. Guy's the best in the business, Jake. K-West crew. Well, we're going to get the result. And let me tell you what, it's been just a great honor to be here at Bobby Lackey Stadium in the District 31 6A track meet with the K-West crew. Julian Olivares, Darlene Gracia, Mario Palacios, Val Zamora, Rafael Cavazos, Don Ramirez. Here with my old buddy Jake Berry from 956 Sports, or as I call him most of the time, Jake from State Farm. It's been an honor, a pleasure, and it obviously will not be the last time we share a booth.
No, we're going to see each
We're
other.
going to do it Thursday and
Probably
all football season.
Probably the All-Star game.
Oh, definitely the All-Star game. You know, and if you guys ever need a hand at 956, I'm a retired man with not much to do. So, and here we go with the boys 1,600 meter relay.
And that's a great photo right there. Great photo op for them.
Oh, I'm telling you, I'm so proud of Coach Pablo Almaguer and the Wesco High girls. Outstanding job. But here are the results. 6th place in the boys 1,600 meter relay, Edinburgh. 5th place, Edinburgh North. 4th place, PSJ North. 3rd place, Wesco East. 2nd place, PSJ Memorial. And the district champion in the 1,600 meter relay with a time of 3:28.71, Economidis. So Economidis, Jake, was called the winner of that race.
Yeah.
On the photo. The team standings and the boys division. Edinburgh is 7th with 37. PSJ Memorial is 6th with 51. Edinburgh North is 5th with 55. 4th place, Economidis with 85. 3rd place, PSJ North had 108 points. And 2nd place in the boys division with 120 points, Wesco. And the district champion, boys division, varsity level, in the 31 6A track meet with 163 points, Coach Tom Owens and the boys from Wesco East are the district champions. So we're going to call it a Wesco sweep. On the boys, JV and varsity, Wesco East. On the girls, JV and varsity, Wesco High School. Jake, 7 teams from 3 different cities. And all the winners are from WISD.
Well, congratulations to WISD, and we'll see everybody here back on Thursday.
On Thursday, so on behalf of the K-West crew, Jake Berry, this is John Boswell. We'll see you Thursday for the area track meet. Good night, everybody.